What is up, everybody? Oh, whoa! Captain Falcon, if you could just back that one up a little bit. Just turn that down. Okay, that's better. Anyway, obviously we're going to do some Berserkers today for the drip aesthetic tier list. But let's at least do a floor here of the tower event, which I keep putting off. I've finished it on my main. Okay, we're at 95. We're almost done. But yeah, I finished on my main, but I haven't done a whole lot over here. Yeah, Captain Falcon busting into the scene there.
Hello.
Hello, White Gen. Nice normal name there. It's a good thing for the Berserkers, though, that we're actually the game stalled. It did. It's a good thing we're rating the units overall aesthetic and not specifically the drip, because a lot of Berserkers don't wear a lot of clothes, which means they don't really have any drip, and thus they would do very badly. But I don't know, they might do badly anyway. We'll see. Before we start, though, actually, I want to take a quick check here. Scroll way up. Okay, so we've done Rulers, Avengers, Archers, Sabers, and Lancers. Right? I think, oh, and Moon Cancer. So I want to see, did someone of each class get in here? So Assassins got from, like, so S or S+. The Assassins have got in. Right, they're the only S+ right now. Sabers are in, Avengers are in, Rulers are in, Lancers are in. I think we're missing one. What are we? Moon Cancer's not in. Yeah, Avengers and yeah, I think Moon Cancer is the only thing that has not made it to S tier. We'll see how Berserkers do here, though. Now, looks like Sabers are actually doing the best. Sabers and Lancers. There's more of them, though. There's not that many extra classes in the game, so it's not exactly a fair comparison, but all right. Yeah, Izo's winning pretty hard right now. I don't know why this song is so loud. It's on like 2% volume. I can't really turn it down anymore. Raiko has not done great thus far, like with her Lancer version. Oh, this is a stage. I remember this one was kind of tough. We might be dead. Does Pope Joan got this, chat? Why is Lee always an abnormally hard boss, like relative to the content that he's in? Like, this stage is noticeably harder than, because like, this is not a floor 10 boss, right? Like, normally the bosses that are a bit harder are the floor 10 bosses, like every 10th floor. And this is harder than most of the 10th floor stages. But, you know, it's like, why? What the hell? You know, Lee's built different, apparently. Like, he's probably the hardest boss in Lost Belt 3. He can fuck you up. Okay, at least we're a ruler. That helps. Let's not do our second skill. I'll save that. Guess I'll save the attack up for when I actually have that. 50% crit chance. Remember that I'm watching. Point down. Oof. I don't feel like I deserved that. Alright, buff block. Good to have. I think being a ruler here is going to make this a lot easier, because if you pick a caster to counterclass Lee, Ricky Boy will just blow you up. I guess the other easy pick, though, would be Alter Ego, like Bizet or something. That would make this stage pretty easy. Please don't insta-kill me. I think her battery's 20%. I need to look this up because I don't remember. There's so many batteries now. You know, chat, I like Pope Joan and everything, and it's like aesthetic the game didn't have before. You know, the kind of typical Catholic drip. But I can't help but notice she was not in NPC jail very long, right? Like, they made her, and then they just waited a bit, and then they gave her the other ascensions, and they added her to the game, right? But then you've got other people that I think are more popular, right, and play a bigger role in the story, and so on and so forth. Like, I don't know, Agravain, and they never get out of NPC jail. I don't understand. Why did she get out so quick? How does that work? Seems a little unfair. I'm just saying, Guadio. Dude, he even had an extra attack and victory lines and defeat lines. They clearly, though, were like, hey, let's make him playable. And they're like, you know what? Let's not do that. So we'll see what they do moving forward with Guadio. I don't think Guadio was planned in advance. I think they were just going to add him, and then they either didn't have time, they decided not to do it, or do it later, and then they just completely put it on hiatus or whatever. With Pope Joan, you know, it's like, I think a lot of NPCs, they have the intention of like, yeah, if they can get the time to make them playable, they will. Not all of them, but because some of them are just normal canonical servants, there's nothing weird, right? Like, there's quite a few of them that they've done that are just flat out canonical servants, and their designs are fit. Because it's not like Pope Joan, like, was so obviously going to be playable, right? Because she did have kind of typical drip, and sometimes when they do more like normal looking stuff, they're not planning on making them playable, but then she was playable. But they've had other people like the Wolf Guy and all that kind of stuff that they could make playable so easily. All right, there's plenty of like good servants and things like that. That, you know, they already look pretty much playable in terms of their art design and that kind of thing. And even like Shambada, who's huge, it's not like he's any really bigger than Ivan. And you have King Protea, Protein Shake, you know, that kind of stuff. Well, when the hell am I going to use my battery? Just the timing's not working out. I need the damage though. I guess I have to do it now and just whiff it. That sucks. Bad timing. We might die here though. The next NP kills us, and our damage is just not there. Yeah, and Zhu Fu was clearly going to be playable. Does anyone remember this? Oh shit, that damage was awesome. But I said this when we first saw her as a ghost, that I said right then, years and years ago, that she was probably going to be playable. And it's because giant ghosts aren't normally silver, and there was just no reason to make that distinction on a giant ghost like that, other than the fact that they knew she was going to be a 3-star, right? Like, that was such a small hint, but that just confirmed the shit out of it for me. There's no reason to randomly make Zhu Fu's giant ghost that we fought silver, right? That's so specific. There's just no reason to do it outside of, like, they knew she was going to be a 3-star, and that was way back, way before she was playable. And she showed up, you know, several times as an NPC, and they just never made her playable. But that one, we just kind of knew it was coming because of the giant ghost. But and they said Antoinette Alter they wanted to make playable. They said that in an interview. And they said like, oh, but I think we kind of missed our chance, like saying maybe they might not do it now. But like, I don't know if they really mean that or not. But yeah, she was something they wanted to be playable. It just, you know, they didn't have time or whatever. And yeah, Roland was like 80% done as a playable character, and they just didn't, you know, actually add him to the game. They were just sitting on it. Like, I think they had a lot of the sprite work done and the art and stuff, and that's why his animations actually look kind of old. It's because they are, like, he was made a long time ago. But they just didn't add him because they're like, this story doesn't fit, and they didn't want to make a story for him. That's what really annoys me, is they're okay with pulling a story out of their ass and just inventing like some random Japanese event and made around some new characters they're introducing that has no backstory at all and is not fleshed out and is not really used again. Like, why don't they do events like that for like the NPCs? I don't, like Roland and Agravain and stuff. And hey, Dechi. Let's see here. Yeah, Zhu Fu was in the summer event, and she was in 6.5, and I think she was in like one other event a little bit. Okay, Ricky is gonna kill me if I don't kill him, so I need to attack him here. And then if he dies to the NP, I can target switch to Lee. Kind of crazy that their health is similar, though, when I've been like doing my normal cards on Lee every turn, and I've never hit Ricky with anything but the NP. I mean, a lot of waifus are in NPC jail, actually. Very much so. There probably is more guys, though, in NPC jail, but just because a lot of, like, the good characters were guys. I don't think I don't think they're in NPC jail, though, because they're guys. I don't think so. I think it's just because there's more of them. Oh, yeah, was she in Tesla Fest? That does sound right. Slippers. Okay, chat. That took a second, so let's just go ahead and get into it. We're at 100 viewers, so I think that's enough. That's most of the regulars are in here. All right, for those that have not seen us do any of the drip tier list stuff, we call it the drip tier list, but it's really just the aesthetic tier list. So it's like their weapon, their overall design, or their hair, all that stuff matters. But yeah, it's just their overall aesthetic of a character. Okay, so Berserker time. This will be interesting. I like a lot of Berserkers, but when we rate them, I don't rate them based on if I like the character. I really try to divorce my personal opinion about the character and just look at the style, the drip, you know, what they look like. Does it look good? It doesn't matter if I like the character or not. I try very hard to remove that that bias. So first up, we got Hercules. We got our classic Berserker here, and I love Hercules as a character and his legend and all that, but this strip is not that great. Okay, I do like he's like a rock, right? Like he's like made out of stone or something, right? He's got these crazy elbows, and you can just tell he's made out of like gravel or something. But and I like the mean look, right? I like the kind of mean, you know, the hair, you know, Chad look, you know, that's cool and all, but the drip here is pretty weak. I mean, it's like a girdle thing. I forget the name of these, but it's just that and like the bracers, no shoes, never great. You know, just a slab of cement here or something. It's kind of Now, I mean, the colors on this thing are cool, right? I like that. The fact that it is cool that he's like made out of stone, kind of, and this is context, so this doesn't count. But like, you got Zeus, who looks like he's like a statue come to life, almost like his skin is marble or something with the white. And Hercules is kind of similar to that, with like looking like he's made out of stone almost, which is kind of cool. I do like the hair. I like the crazy eyes. You can't see it here, but he's got like a red eye and a yellow eye. Just kind of, you know, you get that really crazed warrior look. Stage 2 doesn't really change much, but I actually like it more. The extra fur and chains I actually think really help. If he just had some goddamn shoes, it wouldn't be that bad, right? If you're just going like the shirtless barbarian look. With like the cool chain and then like the spikes, because the spikes help, I think, and like the cool the fur here, it wouldn't be too bad, right? It wouldn't be too bad. Thank you for the 44 raid, Nanshi. I think I'm butchering that, but thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. But okay, I love Hercules to death, but in a vacuum, right? If you don't have any context and you just see this, it's pretty plain, right? It's just Berserker guy with no shoes. Right, but cool colors with the whole like rock look and crazy hair. Now this one is way too much. You know, the body tattoos are kind of cool, but it's kind of at odds with like, the really like brown rock looking skin. I don't think that actually looks so good. And this axe is so over designed in my opinion. It's a little too fancy, like the black, the gold, the gray, the spikes, the chain, the wrap. It's a little, and like this crazy handle. It doesn't look awful though. Like I don't think this stage in general looks awful. I just don't like it as much, right? The hair's a little too much. The body tattoos, the coloring doesn't really match with the skin color too much. A little too much drip going on down here. I like this chest thing though. I like the arm spike. You know, that's fine. This chest thing really is kind of cool. Still no shoes though, right? You're gonna step on a Lego, my guy. You're gonna hurt yourself. It's meh. I love Hercules to death. But he is carried by his character and the context and his badassery, right? His actual style, right? His overall look is eh. I do like the rock look, right? Like the big rock boy look. That keeps it from being like a catastrophe. He's not going to be way down here or anything. But it really isn't anything special. I hate to say that, but like I think Orion is definitely better with like the brute look, right? He's got the drips better with like the glowing belt and that kind of stuff. I do think that's better. Let's see. Where does he go? I mean, I think it's neutral for the most part, but not really like a little positive. If anything, it's a little negative. I'd say about right there. I think Dion's hat is enough to come out on top there, but yeah, it's not super great. I hate to say that because I like Hercules a lot, but yeah, if I'm being... Oh, we're already here, chat. I think some people have guessed this one, but where's our boy Lancelot? Hat carrying again, indeed. It's pretty strong. I'm just gonna say it. This is going right up to S+. We'll see if he beats Izo or not. Give me a second here. So this just looks amazing. I love armor. I love helmets. This is like the best helmet in the game. You know, it's armor. It's proper armor, but it's still like sleek looking. Got the cool visor, which gives it like the mysterious, badass look. You know, black, dark armor, you know, is really cool looking. All the cool shadowy stuff. Got the blue plume, looks great, where everything else is so dark. And then if we go like with stage 2, right, now you can see the armor nice and proper. This looks great. I mean, this looks awesome. The pole's not as cool as the sword, I'll say that, although it's funny. The pole is kind of, you know, at odds with the overall just more medieval knight looking, you know, dark knight, black knight looking vibe. That's kind of strange. You got the little spikes and stuff, which is a little, you know, extra drip, but that's not too much. It doesn't make it look wacky or weird, right? It's not like super, it's not crazy, it's not over the top, right? It still fits with the overall aesthetic and the just typical normal knight. He's just evil, right? It's a normal knight, but he's evil, right? That's kind of what you get from this design. Now, this is what he looks like in the anime coming up here. This is the only negative I've got, right? The sword looks amazing. I love the sword. It looks super, super great. The chain wrapped around it's not too much. Again, just evil knight look. The only thing I don't like here are the back cords, right? I've never liked these. I didn't like them in like his initial design from the character material books and the Fate Zero anime. I've just never liked these back things. It's a little too much. Now, it's not awful. I don't think it's super bad. It absolutely isn't. It's fine. And the armor is so good that he can kind of carry the one negative here, right? But the sword looks amazing. You know, you got these like crazy spiky boots and stuff. That's fine. It works like the spike on the shoulder and the spikes on the chest and all that kind of stuff. It's really good. And I will say this, if it didn't have the helmet, I don't think it would be S+ tier, right? We've got a lot of cool late raid message. Yeah, thank you for the raid again, dude. I appreciate it. But we've got, you know, a lot of people with really cool armor, but they don't have helmets, right? And like, for example, I like Agravain's armor more than Lancelot's. I'm just gonna say it. Agravain's got the better overall like armor. I think like his shoulder pads look cooler and it's a bit cleaner, right? He doesn't have the weird back tendrils and that kind of thing. But Agravain doesn't have this awesome sword, and Agravain doesn't have the helmet. And the helmet is a huge plus. It's a huge part of the overall aesthetic. The overall look of like a knight, I think, changes a lot if you got like the flowing hair, you know, Prince Charming look, or if you've got the like badass, mysterious, just ready to murder someone helmet look, right? They're very different, and I really like the helmet look. So even though I like Agravain's armor itself more, Lancelot comes out on top because the helmet is just so good and the sword is so good. I don't think he quite beats Izo, though, I gotta say, and it's because Izo didn't have a single negative, right? Armor is more my style. I really do like armor, but I like, you know, his cool suits and pretty much everything Izo's got going on with his different ascensions and stuff, right? They're all really awesome. And I couldn't really think of a single negative about Izo, right? In terms of his overall like style and stuff. We do have the weird back tendrils here, right? So I do think I'm going to give Izo the very slight nod, which is kind of surprising to me, but it's very, very close. They're all essentially tied. I mean, I love this to death. This is an incredible design. Love the colors, love the helmet, love the sword. I mean, it's just the back tendrils. Everything else are great. You know, the shoulder pads are maybe a little kind of awkward looking with their shape, but I've definitely seen weirder and they still look cool. Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's good shit. The visor is amazing. I do agree. There's actually only one or two, because this is actually based on a real medieval helmet. And out of all the medieval helmets out there, there's only one or two out there that I actually like more than this one. This is one of the coolest helmets ever. There are a few, though, in real life that I do like a little bit better. But it's great. Super great. Okay. Who's up next? Okay, huge, like, tempo shift here with the, you go from, like, medieval knight, right? I made a rock berserker man, and then now we got Japanese, like, warlord. That's pretty different. Do not pursue. I would agree. Okay. Which one do I think is best? Honestly, probably this one, but I'll get to that. We'll go one at a time here. So a lot of the more, like, traditional Japanese looks, Chinese looks, excuse me. I'm getting my my words crossed. I know it's Chinese. I know the whole shit. I like how chat's correcting me like over and over when I obviously know. Like I've talked about Lu Bu and like Chen Gong a million times on my stream. It's not like this is rare. It's called a slip of the tongue, chat. Well, don't make me come in there and slap you, chat. Anyway, a lot of the more traditional Korean looks, Chinese looks, Japanese looks, right? Not really my cup of tea. And actually, even though I am Korean, I generally dislike the Korean stuff the most, I would say. I actually think I like the more traditional Chinese looks the most out of the three. I think. Kind of depends, but I like the red, right? I do like the red. I don't know about these are a bit much. This looking like some insect antenna thing going on. That's a bit much. The lips are kind of weird with the kind of crazy eyebrows and like the kind of emo going clown makeup. Honestly, I gotta be the face do be looking a bit like a clown. Right, he's got the little chin thing, right? He's got the tear eye emo makeup, right? That it is looking a little clown-like to me. I like the red hair though. I like the spear a lot. It's pretty good. This is kind of weak. What is going on here? We got a lot of like armor, kind of a little over the top, you know, spiky, real warlord look going on here, right? And then what are these? Like, what is this? We've looked at some like dresses throughout that I haven't been crazy about with like the kind of weird frilly fluffy stuff. And that's like what this is, one on each leg. Like what the actual hell? Like, and then like the yellow, I don't know about this. This is pretty weak bottom drip. I'm just gonna say that. The colors are fine though. I like the little bit of green is not too much. Like olive, the olive green, the orange, the yellow, the black, that's all fine. This actually works. This is pushing it, this face thing, but it works. I like it. The face is pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest. The face is pretty bad. Gloves are good. Colors are good. But yeah, this is not right. It just really stands out. Like if you look at the rest of this and how like warlordy looking it is, and then you got it's like what the very weird. I have no idea why they came up with this like frilly thing. I don't know how that got in there. He ran out of money for the proper boots. Yep, that does kind of ring true here. Now, stage 2, I don't like the colors. It's an interesting idea. It doesn't work. This is even worse. This is so bad. We've got like all this blue throughout, and blue's cool, but then this clashes so hard it's unreal. Like that is crazy bad. And you notice it very much. And then the hair doesn't work with the blue. I'm sorry. If his hair was blue, this would look a lot better. Or if it was black or white but the orange hair with the black, blue, white, it's not working for me. And then like the orange in here, it just doesn't work. And then like seriously, all the bits of orange don't mesh well, right? Blue, yeah. I like the blue. Like right here, this gauntlet looks awesome. This gauntlet right here looks really awesome. This part right here looks really awesome. It's a nice pattern. The shoulder pad looks better. But it's hard to deny that all the not blue stuff drags it down. The blue is not the problem, right? But like this spear looks out of place. You can't tell me that it's not. This completely looks like he's got like this whole blue aesthetic going on, and he picked up someone else's spear, right? That's what this looks like. And then like he's got someone else's frilly things go. Yeah, like why they don't match at all. Doesn't work, and there's not like enough red stuff where it's like a red blue thing. There's just really random bits of like the orange red. Yeah, I don't like it. The orange red does not work for me. The eyes work. I'll say that. Like if this part was maybe a dark blue or something like that, like the lips, and this was like some of the only orange we had, I think that'd be fine. But like this spear needs to be more in the aesthetic of the rest of it. Very much so. But I like the blue. I like the blue so much that I kind of like this stage, but I can't. I dislike the leg things and the spear and all that so much. I don't think I would rate it higher than the first stage. Ultimately, it's just it looks like a chaotic mess. It looks unfinished. It doesn't look right. Now this one I like way better because we're going full. We're going in. We're not holding back now. Like if we're gonna get extra, if we're gonna get wild, this is doing it, right? And obviously in gameplay, this is kind of like glowing, right? This is some crazy drip. It is a bit much, you know, it's definitely extra, but it's gone full circle. It's so extra, I like it. I like the colors a lot, actually, like in here. These colors work really well. The more black, dark brown, and stuff, I think actually really works here. I like it a lot with the orange, and the spear is kind of in sync again. It's literally the same fucking spear, but like the colors actually match up with this. This is still a bit of a mess. I think it's better, kind of. I don't know, you have elephant feet going into the bottom of like some weird dress. Like, I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a little bit better, but that is kind of whack. And then we get these like crazy golden things, but it's all right. It's at least heavier. The bottom part is heavier, which matches it more up with like the really heavy skirt and shoulder pads and stuff. But yeah, Lubu does consistently have really weird stuff going on here with these like knee things. It never goes away. Yeah, it is kind of like horseshoes. But yeah, it's really wild. This bit right here, I don't know about this, especially turning into like purple pink. That is really random. And you got the purple right here. Yeah, I don't know about those two purple bits. That's the one thing. But this kind of squiggly design is maybe a little but it's all right. You know, it's a very warlord looking, you know, drip with the kind of the cape and the fiery hair. There's nuts. You know, he looks like a really extreme nutty warlord guy. But the little chin thing, I don't like that. I still don't like the eyeshadow thing. It's just not quite working, right? It's a little too much with that. But overall, I like it. I do like it. I do like the colors. The halberd spear thing, yeah, I guess more of a spear. I do like that. It's really cool looking. The gold is nice. The crazy hair is pretty striking, and overall I like it. I guess that one is kind of a wild enough look that I'll use the actual picture for it here. I need to make a trash can so I don't have to scroll all the way down. I need to do that. All right, Berserker 3, Lubu. Where does this go? I mean, I like it. I do like the overall look. The few things I kind of harped on the negative, but I still like the overall look of it though. Even with the few negative. Probably around here. This one, I would give him the nod because of the green. Honestly, the green stuff is really cool. But yeah, I think it's about right there. Maybe maybe right there. Yeah, that's right. I think that's good. But a solid B+. I mean, that's really good, actually. That's better than I thought. That is really better than I thought. But I really just like the colors and the crazy head thing. Yeah, I like it. I like. He just looks like he's ready to go to war and conquer something, right? I like that. All right. Spartacus. I don't think this is going to do very well if I remove the context of just liking Spartacus. This is not great. I mean, this is just like naked guy with club and some weird mask thing, but I don't really like the mask thing. The shoes look terrible, if you can even call them that. It's not a good look. Adding a random harness and like weird stripes there, that does not help. The gauntlets, kind of the bracers are okay, I guess. This is the best one. The colors are good. The kind of gray, dark blue, or kind of off blue, right, with a little bit of red, actually works pretty good. Terrible feet drip though. Are you kidding me? And again, we're not talking about context. I know the context of Spartacus. I know why these are here, right? They're like prisoner chains. But we're talking about drip. Does it look good? Randomly having ball chains, you know, strapped to your legs does not look good, okay? It's dorky. That's too much. Yeah, it's not. This part right here is fine. Like, just the shoulders and the helmet are really good, actually. Right? I actually really like that, and with the cape. Everything else is bad. The sword is kind of weak. This whole, like, BDSM look in here, no thank you. This sucks. This is terrible. Get some pants. I do like the kind of like gray skin again, though. Like that, I can appreciate that. That's kind of cool. This is completely carried by this bit up here, though. This is all we've got going for us. And it's good. This is really solid. But everything else is really, really bad. So, yeah, the, like, BDSM look, not great. But the cool skin color, the cool helmet and all that. Yeah, I guess this is another one we need to, use the stage 3 art for again. I think it's different enough to matter. I will give it a little bit of a nod just because of the helmet, but everything else is pretty damn negative. Where's it going here? Definitely going to be a C tier. It's not great, to be honest. Is it going to be C tier? Like, man, I really don't like this design when I think about it without the context of what Spartacus is as a character. Right there. Calamity Jane somehow in the lead on that one, but I'm crediting just like the green, the little bit of green she's got. But, yeah. It's not good either way. Alright, I like Kentoki as a character yet again, but I have a feeling this one's not going to do well either. Okay. So, let's just get to it. The hair is bad. This haircut is awful. He's got the whole, like, Giga Chad look going on, but then his mother cut his hair. That, I mean, no one thinks this haircut is good, okay? This is not, no. The colors are good. White, yellow, you know, white, gold, totally fine. All right, no problem there. He's kind of got the, here's the thing. This is how I felt about Kentoki when all I had seen of him was this is before FGO chat. There was no Fate Grand Order. There was no Fate APOC either. There was the canceled Fate APOC video game that Kentoki was going to be the Berserker of, right? And then when they got around to making the books, they cut Kentoki. But that is where this design comes from. And I remember seeing this design back then, and I hated it. And because I didn't have the cool character to go along with it, I didn't have the voice actor to go along with it, and the voice actor's awesome. When all I had was the design, so I know what it was like seeing this in a vacuum, right? I hated it, right? Because it looks like he's not a boy, right? He's going to be a man, but he was a spoiled boy as he grew up and he just got older. He's just like grown up in the lap of luxury, got horrible taste, just trying to show off his bling, right? He's just like a rich family or something. He's trying to be a badass, but he's never actually done a day of work in his life. He just goes to the gym all the time and tries to show off his bling, and he's just got this awful haircut. Like he's like Man Dark from Dexter's Laboratory, right? Like it's just shit, and he's trying to look cool with this awful haircut. It's not great, and like this bracer looks kind of stupid, I'm gonna be honest. The axe is kind of cool. You know, the colors are good, the sunglasses are good, but overall I hate it. I'm just gonna say it, I hate it. He just looks like yeah, Johnny Bravo, but way richer. And he's so sure he's awesome, but he's just absolutely not. I don't like it. I really don't like much about it. I just don't like the overall vibe, like the overly like rich boy pants with this ridiculous belt. He just has no taste, right? He's got no taste here, and the haircut is awful. He's got no self-awareness to realize how bad his haircut is. Now, there is a Fate Grand Order arcade costume for this that gives him the Rider Kentoki hair in this stage, and it looks so much better, right? Because then it adds like a little bit of biker vibe, which I think makes it work a lot better. Now this doesn't help. Now we just got weird colors going on. The red is not really working for me. Just randomly throwing in red arms like this is just so random and bizarre. You got fucking red or pink underwear sticking out here. That's not good. With you got the pink here, but that just doesn't work. Like, nope. Yeah, these red things on the arms does not help at all. That's not doing it any favors. I think that makes it worse. And then now we're just going full, like, pimp. Now we're going full pimp mode, and that's not working for me either, because like going full pimp mode with this ridiculous hair. He just looks like an asshole. This is like the definition of an asshole, right? Right here, this is a douchebag. Like, this just sucks. Like, Kentucky is an awesome character, but his drip is so fucking bad. He's got no taste. He's trying way too hard to show off his bling. Don't like it at all. This whole pimp coat thing, way too much trash hair. Don't like the stripe here. It's not working for me. Absolutely not working for me. Still got these dorky red hands, right? Like that with all the extra drip, that's even worse. This is really bad. If I was rating stage 3, I think this would be D tier. This is really bad. The like Chad physique does not save him from how bad that drip is. Even in stage 1 and 2, I think stage 1 is the best, but it is pretty goddamn terrible. I will give it... I think it can beat the Santa stuff. I think it's about right there. It's pretty shit. Okay, you know what? We do the costumes often, especially when they help. Chat, I gotta be honest, this doesn't help that much. I wish it did. The hair's better, but it's not as this part of the hair is way better. But then you got this like horse tail, but it got a static shock. Right? It's like it was a horse and then it got shocked and then zappy. It's pretty bad. A chocobo tail. It's not good. Absolutely not good. The colors are not working. Teal pink, no. No shoes again. Don't like the sandal look. I don't think we've ever been favorable to any of the sandals this entire time. This back weapon's pretty cool though, right? You need to get it repaired, but it's all right. I don't know, man. It's got these like poofy pants that go into the chicken legs. I don't like that. And then straight into sandals. So we got pink teal, don't like that. Poofy pants into chicken legs, don't like that. Sandals, don't like that. Like this part of the hair, I absolutely hate the back part of the hair. The bandana is fine, or the black teal is fine. Axe is kind of wacky, but it's fine. This like chest thing is kind of cool, but then like the little pink just doesn't work. I do think it is maybe better. I don't know, man. I really don't like the hair. I really don't like the colors. I don't like the pink. I hate this whole bottom drip thing. I don't think it's any better. I really do. I think it's about tied with his stage 1. Maybe slightly better. Maybe it'd be enough to be like right here, but I don't think it's different enough to uniquely rate it. It's only slightly better. Yeah, some of the... It looks weird that he's holding the weapons that low, I'll say that. And I don't like this katana. I don't like this one at all. I don't mind this one, but this katana I don't like. This ball thing is dumb. The colors are dumb. And then also, like, when it was just this one axe thing on its own, it was kind of okay. But with it looking so, like, technological and wacky and, like, futuristic even, but then you've got these more old-timey... I don't like that. I don't like that mix. Yeah, it's all pretty bad for Kentucky. We'll see how he does with his Rider version. But Berserker Kentucky, not doing great. I think he's barely, you know, beating these guys. But, yeah, it's not great. It is not great. Okay, chat. I have to work really hard against my bias here. Right? I like Lancer Vlad from APOC a lot. And I really dislike Berserker Vlad in FGO because they copied his drip. And then they ruined his character. Not a fan. But I'm going to try my best to just ignore that and not see it as either character. Just see this as the design that it is. Now, something that's kind of weird is if you look, he's got like the... in all of his art, he's got like the green-tipped hair, right? Which is kind of weird, honestly. I don't think that works with the blonde, right? Multicolor hair can be fine, but I really don't think that works with like the blonde hair. The blonde like seaweed, I don't really like it. He doesn't have it in gameplay, but I think they just forgot because he's got a day 1 sprite, and it's just a lack of effort on their part. I do believe that is a canonical thing that is supposed to be there. So even though you don't see it here, and it looks way better here because of that, I'm going to have to rate it. It is part of the design. That's what we're ultimately here to rate, is their overall aesthetic and design. So yeah, that green-tipped hair, even though I like the color green, it goes so bad with the blonde that overall his hair is kind of a negative. Now he's basically got this overall sinister nobleman look, you know, count, right? Which obviously it's, you know, Vlad, Dracula, right? So that's kind of what they wanted. But like the look on its own is fine. I don't mind it. There's nothing like fucked up about his drip. There's no like weird shoes or like, you know, he's not, let me just get to it. He's not wearing a giant like chain thing around a dress, Carmella, right? He doesn't have a dorky ass mask on his face. It looks ridiculous. He doesn't have ginormous sleeves that look ridiculous, right? He is kind of the counterpart to Carmella, but he's way more put together. He doesn't look so chaotic and ridiculous. He doesn't look as stupid, right? You know, she's like the evil countess, but then she's got all this over-the-top extra crap tacked on, right? He doesn't have any of that. The hair, though, is kind of that. But the spear is kind of lame. I've never really liked it. It looks like some kind of weird, like, technical, like, maze wall, but then it was cut off of the wall. This is like some wiring for some, like Tron maze or something. And now it's just like a spear. It's not great. I don't like it. It's all like it looks like wires or something, like the wires on a motherboard or something, right? Just not a fan. The black blue looks good. It looks totally good. This bit, I don't know about that. That's kind of weird. The blue black stuff is fine. The fur is fine. I like the goatee. I like the kind of sinister bad guy look with the goatee. That's kind of a classic. I like that. Now obviously he's got big head syndrome, but that's just the sprite quality, right? We won't count that. But I cannot deny that it's pretty distracting with the green tipped hair, right? That takes away from it. You got the kind of green incorporated into the spear, and I really just don't like this spear. But I like his drip. I like his drip. I like the evil count look. It's undeniable. He's got that. He's got the sinister kind of snake eyes. He's got the evil goatee. I like it. Now this adds a little extra like fur. It's fine. I don't mind this, right? You got like the crosses, but spiky. That's fine. This is pretty good. Actually, I think this kind of goes with the fabulous yet sinister look. Little much with the embroidery here. I don't know if I like that too much. And the hand thing maybe is a little weird. Even with the weird hair color stuff going on, I do like it. He is like that classical evil count looking guy. I like that. He just happens to have slightly bad hair and a dumb weapon. But everything else is good, and I like the blue-black quite a bit. And I like the goatee quite a bit. I really do like that evil goatee look. Where will he go? I think he can... It's either B or C+. I do think he's better than young Moriarty, because the makeup on that was dumber than the green hair, I would say. I'm thinking in here somewhere. He's not going to beat the class card assassin. He's definitely not beating that. Overall, I like Semiramis more, but she does have like the dumb bottom of the dress. That bit does look stupid. I'll put it right there. Not quite beating Napoleon there. Napoleon's also got the cool, just like Chad look. He's got the dumbass cannon, but he's got the dumbass spear. And I like just the overall vibe of Napoleon more. I like the uniform and stuff. So I think that does beat Vlad a little bit there. But it's close. It is close. All right, who is up next? Asterios. Now, you obviously know this is kind of a Minotaur thing going on without context. We still got the stupid chain ball thing. I don't like that. No shoes again. Don't like that. The mask is really cool. It just looks mean, right? This just looks ready to run you over like a bull, right? That is really cool. The horns are cool. Out of the 3 stages, I like these halberds the most by far. These are just nice, clean looking halberds. And you can buy that he's dual wielding them because look at these thick ass muscles and stuff. So you can believe this like bull thing can wield 2 giant halberds like this and fuck you up, run into you and just smash, right? I like that. The scars are pretty cool. The chain things here, these are fine. The chains here and like the shackles here are fine, but this is too much down here. That's kind of dumb. And the no shoes is just dumb, right? Get some goddamn shoes, man. You're gonna step on a Lego. You're gonna get your feet dirty. This is not the way to go. I don't know about this bit right here. This is like super long braid after all this extra chaotic fluff. right? Like, put the braid up here if you're gonna do that, or none at all. I think this would be better. Just let the hair fly, go the full wild look, you know, run you over like a boar, right? That's better. Because I think if you went full ponytail, you know, all the way down, that wouldn't work with how he looks. But then like half-assing it like this, that's bad. I don't like that. So I don't like that. I don't like the no shoes. I don't like the ball chain things. I don't like that. Love the halberds though. Love the mask. Love the wild hair. Love the scars. Like the chain. The red white is totally fine. Red white black, totally fine. Yeah, I like the bull look that can just run you over. I do. Now in stage 2, the halberds looking a little silly now. Now they're not really. They're more like just giant axes now, pole axes or something. But this is too much. That's a little too much for me. It still looks cool, right, with the hair and the horns and the cool eyes and all that, but the mask is cooler. I'm just gonna say it. The mask is cooler. It gives it that more berserker, you know, intimidating look. So this one is not as good. And then stage 3, now we're still just the giant ass halberds. I don't like that. The fluff is now getting a little much. Now you got like the extra braid bits that did not help. Just having a bunch of them independently like that. Like, why are you even doing that? The red horns aren't as good as the black. The extra armor here is kind of cool. All right, that's not too much. I think the spikes aren't too extra. I think it can work. But overall, I think this is probably the worst one. Just because I really don't like the hair and the red's not as good with the horns. So it goes 1, 2, 3. I overall think 1 wins by quite a bit for me. I really like that mask. It's just so mean looking. I really like it. I really just like the mean look. It is fluffy, right? You do got the fluffy hair. Like, in context, it's all right, but out of context, it's just not what you're looking for at that, you know, Minotaur kind of vibe. Obviously, if you know Asterios' character, you can appreciate the fluffy, but, yeah, just as the look on its own, I do think stage 1 wins. I think we're looking B+. It's close to A. Like, it's pretty damn solid. It just held back a little bit by the lack of boots or shoes or something, and like the weird braid thing. It's like the one thing holding it back. But I do like the Minotaur look a lot. I'll put it right there. It would just some minor adjustments. I think it could easily be A, maybe even A+ if it was just a little different. But I do like it a lot. B+ is a very, very good rank. It's very, very positive. The Lost Belt version I would count as a different character entirely, which we may well rate. But, you know, they could have made it a costume, but it is considered a different character. Like, if Asterios is one version and the Minotaur is another. So, although he would be a Berserker, do we have him? I mean, if we've got him on here, he should just be part of the Berserker tab, really. I don't think we have him, unfortunately, though. Well, if we don't have the picture, I'll still rate it. I didn't put it in. I've got my NPC tab where I've got all the pictures. I don't have it in there. So we're going to have to wing this for a second here. Probably just on the wiki as Minotaur, right? Maybe it's the Minotaur. Yeah, it's just Minotaur. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this looks kind of cool. It's almost like haunting, right? This is almost like Phantom Bull Man, right? With that cracked mask and the purple cut and the white skin and all that and the creepy eyes. But it's kind of just over-designed. These horns are way too much. I don't like the like veiny cracks in them. I don't like that at all. These halberds are just way too much. Just even with him being this big, that's way, this looks dumb. It's just oversized. It's way oversized. I think it'd look better if it didn't have like maybe this part, the spike there, maybe to cut that. But it's just way too much. It just looks cartoonish at that point. I don't mind the scars being like purple red. I think that's okay. But then like the pure red cracks and the horns, I don't like that at all. And this Raditz hairs, maybe this is like Super Saiyan 3 Raditz. That's a little much. I like the squiggly crazy design and all that, but maybe dial it in by like 25%, and I think that would be fine. But yeah, it's on its own, it's too much. The cracked mask is cool. The crazy eyes are cool. Like, it is like Phantom Bull, right? This is like Phantom Bull. I like it. I can't really reload the way the list is set up right now. It would a lot of the like individual customization I've made, like where the Berserkers are and all kinds of stuff, it wouldn't work. So, but it's fine. I can add it later. I'll add the picture in next stream. But I will play some now, but we'll put the actual picture there next time. It's not a big deal. I don't like it as much. But I do like the overall bull aesthetic, even with the negatives, right? Even with the oversized. Like, if I didn't know about the regular Asterios design, I was like, oh yeah, like the Asterios design is just better. If I just saw this without the Asterios design, I'd say like, yeah, I like the cool bull look, but yeah, the hair's a little much. The horns look weird. The halberds are too big. I like the colors and all that. The Phantom Bull look is cool. I would probably put it, maybe like high C+, I'm thinking. Yeah, somewhere like right in here. So when I actually do add the picture, it's probably going to be in here somewhere. You know, it's fine. I don't hate it. I do not hate it. It's pretty neutral, though. I'd say overall, it's fairly neutral. All right. It is Caligula time. I know Cap had been waiting on this one. And, you know, we're removing the context of the awesome voice actor and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to start with stage 3 because my favorite. I want to just get to the part that matters. I love this right here. This is, and it's not just because it's green. But I love the color green, so obviously seeing green in an aesthetic makes me like it more, obviously. But it's just a, like, magical jewel, glowy. I love glowy stuff, right? I'm a simple creature, chat. I love my shiny, glowy thing. But I like when it's not, like, over the top, like, drip everywhere. It's not like the glowy stuff's all over the body. It's really highlighted. It's like, yes, focus on this. This is the one cool glowy thing. And then the fact that it's green's even better. I really like it. I love this. I've thought about this many times when I just use Caligula. I love this, like, you know, center jewel green glow thing with like the chains and everything. I really like it. Green gold looks great together. I really like that color combo. The shoulder pads look cool. The overall gold armor I like. The cape looks great. It's not too much, but not too little. I like kind of the like sash, cape into sash thing. You know, with the glowing jewel and all that. The earrings aren't too much. They're pushing it, but they're fine. Like Gilgamesh's are a little bit bigger, right? And they're pushing it a bit more. The only negative is the sandals. You got all this like armor. You got this like power gem, right? You got this cape. And then you have sandals, right? That's weak, right? And I know that, again, it's era appropriate, but we're not rating if it's era appropriate. We're rating if it looks good. And that looks kind of dumb, right? And you got all this like heavy stuff going on. The sandals are too weak. You know, we need some like proper greaves or something to match all this up here. But it's still really good. I still like it a lot. I mean, I love these shoulder pads. I love the black, gold, burgundy, green. You know, it just looks fantastic. He's got good hair. You know, you get that mean look with the crazy eyes. You know, you can tell this guy is about to punch. He just had a really rough gaming session, and he's mad, and he's about to punch a fucking wall, right? Like what do you call the drywall is about to get busted. That's the drywall's going down. This in here is fine. I like this. This is not too much with the embroidery. I think this actually looks really good. Love the gold black. I really love the gold black. I like that a lot. I actually kind of wish the overall aesthetic had more like of the black gold here and the black gold here. I kind of wish it was a bit heavier up here like that. Like it's got the black gold, but the gold's winning out. I wish the black was actually winning out up here. Like this part right here, this right here, if this was black, I think, and then this bit right there was gold, like you reverse that, I think it would look even better. But I love it. I love it. It's just the sandals do suck. The sandals really suck and take away from it. But everything else is great. And I like this whole like darker, you know, vibe, but then with the green jewel. I love that so much. The other Ascensions I just straight up don't like as much. They're fine. You know, they're still good. You know, there's nothing wrong with stage 1 and stuff, right? The kind of cleaner breastplate still looks good. I like the darker burgundy though, instead of the more vibrant red for the cape. That just matches with the kind of evil look with the face and the black gold chest and all that. I think the burgundy really did work. And this is just the stage 3 but lacking, right? We just lost the cool jewel and stuff. It's just better with this. This is just better. The more evil colors and stuff, kind of corrupted look. I really like it. Yeah, it's good. I think Caligula's got great drip. I've always really liked his stage 3. That green jewel is just so awesome. I love it. The gold chains are awesome. Honestly, which stage we use, I don't think really matters. You can't. I'll grab the right one just because we're here, but it's a pretty minor. It just kind of you get the Caligula vibe either way here. I think it makes A. I do think it makes A. I think it makes a very solid A. Somewhere in here. I think I think Billy wins just because I like cowboys so much. You know, I like me guns and my cowboy hats and that kind of thing. It's just more my flavor, right? I just like gunslingers a lot. But yeah, no, this is great. I love this design. If he lost the sandals, he might be able to overtake Billy then, because Billy's got the kind of dorky gun. But it'd be really close. It'd be really close. It'd be around in here though. But yeah, solid A. Really like Caligula. Just cap and approve. Okay. Kind of a similar feeling. Now, I knew about Darius before I played FGO. I saw his like anime trailer before the game was even out. Now, the sprite quality on this is really bad, but we know what it's supposed to look like because of the art and Fate or Extella Link, excuse me. Right, like his stage 3 does not live up to what this is actually supposed to look like, but it's about the design, not DW sprite quality, because DW made this one. Right, it's about the aesthetic and the design, and with Extella Link and with the regular art, we know what it's supposed to look like, and I really like it. Now we've been rating mounts this whole time, and again because of his poor sprite quality. I bet you're going to see this mount in his extra attack or something if he gets an animation update. But we will count the mount. We have kind of a poor picture of it here, but we have been rating the mounts. The mount looks awesome. It's like demon mammoth. I fucking love that. Elephants are super cool. Mammoths are super cool. Yeah, I don't think we have a good picture of it, unfortunately. I should have thought of that. Okay, that's a pretty decent look of it, though. But yeah, this is like Phantom Demon Mammoth Elephant with spiky, mystic, you know, eyes and all that. I love it. I absolutely love it. It looks so cool. I love the color palette on everything here. The kind of bronze, purple, brown, green, you know, but the green is only like the energy. Right, it looks so good. By the way, this is designed by the same guy that did Antonio and Ort and a lot of other stuff. And you can really tell, like, you know, these kind of faces really match like the Antonio's face or the Mozart mask and stuff. I love this to death. Now, there are a few things I don't like about it, though. You know, I love the green flame with the gold. You know, Greg just said green and gold's a great thing. And I love when green is like the highlight with like the power, you know, like the green flame, you know, instead of like the green armor, right? If this was like gold flame and green armor, I don't know about that, but this is such a good use of green. You know, the flaming axes are really, really cool. The design's a little extra, but it's not too much. I think it strikes that balance. And I love the like charcoal skin, all the crazy like skin tattoos and stuff. They're like, you know, it looks good. I really, really like it. However, there are a few negatives here. We'll go with stage 2 just because like the particle effects are bad. The sandals are pretty lame. All right, the sandals are pretty lame. But he, you know, not wearing a lot of armor works here. You know, it's just like that crazy like Xerxes kind of look, right? And like the really like just charcoal skin almost with the just crazy tattoos that are almost like hieroglyphs, or if you say it. You know, it looks really cool with the eyes, which matches the mount. I like that a lot. The eye is a little extra, but it works with the gold and all that. You know, I like it. I like it a lot. It's just the sandals are lame. That's the only negative. The sandals are kind of lame. The chains are enough. They're not like too much. They're not going over the top. The purple gold is fine. The cool skin is good. The earrings maybe a little much. I'll say that. The earrings are, I think, a little much. But the green flame is just so cool with the crazy mount, man. Because again, we've been rating the mounts this whole time, and this might even be my favorite. I like Percival's a lot. That's probably the one that's right there with it. But dude, I love this fucking elephant demon mammoth thing. I love it. It's so good with the green flames coming out of it, like its body's almost made up of green flame, and he's got like this like, you know, drape armor thing going on, and like the gold and the tusks. And I mean, look at this. This looks amazing. I fucking love this to death. And like the minions, if you want to count them, look amazing too. Like with like the skulls and the green flame is like, you know, powering them. I love it. The weapons look really good. This is all very metal. It's like Persian metal, right? I love it. Like goddamn, because now again, we don't have a great like stage to represent it, like the actual design, just because of the his in-game sprite is so poor. But when you look at him in Extella Link and the actual art of him, it's so good. You know what we honestly need, if we can add this is add his stage 4 art, because that kind of represents why I like him the best, right? Like this kind of look, like showing the green energy and all that, because that's such a huge part of the aesthetic. right? Like this undeniably, all this crazy green energy stuff is a huge part of Darius's aesthetic, and it matches the gold really, really well. So yeah, we just grab the stage 4 art for, and I'll add that in next time. But yeah, just use it for a placeholder for now. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It doesn't matter which picture we use then. We'll just go with this one because I think this is really recognizable that it's Darius. But I think it's S tier. It's going to be somewhere in here. Does he overcome Agravain? I mean, like, if it's just his, like, in-game sprite right now, he doesn't. But with his aesthetic, like, living up to what it's supposed to be, like in Extella Link and in the art and stuff, I think it does. It's really good. I love it. I don't know, though. I got the sandals. I do have to remember the sandals. There's really nothing negative in Agravain like that. Agravain doesn't have a helmet, but that's not like a negative. It's just the lack of a positive. I'll keep it right here for now, but I'm gonna think about it. This one could easily change. The sandals really do hurt, though, when you got all that awesome green flame and this crazy elephant and these axes and these tattoos, but then you have your little sandals, right? Like that. I don't know about that one. But yeah, right now it's S. We might move it around a bit. I love it. I love the colors so much. I love the skin tattoos and it's just badass, right? And it's badass with the colors that I like so much, right? Okay, now we're gonna go in the other direction a bit here. I will divorce my dislike of Kiyohime, right? I can ignore that. I don't like the traditional Japanese stuff, though. I really don't. And we're kind of going kimono vibe here with sandals. We're just talking about we don't like sandals. Sandals with socks is better, though. A lot of people say otherwise, but it's the barefoot sandal look is just dumb. All right, chat. Feet people get out. The colors are fine. The colors are totally fine. It's a kimono type look with the big sleeves. I don't like the big sleeve. I just don't really like that style. I just don't. But the colors help it. The hair dress stuff is not too much. I think it's fine. The shot of yellow is not too much. I really do think that's totally fine. At least she's got socks or stockings or whatever you call it. Makes the sandals less bad, but it's still sandals. It's still sandals with giant sleeves on a kimono. But the colors are enough to stop it from like dying. The colors are still fine. I think it's about the same. I think I feel about the same with this. I don't like this bit right here. That bit right there is dumb. Looks like it's ripped. And these colors are good too. Black yellow is super, super good. This works better with this like cracked sleeve thing. The gold embroidery, I think actually helped that a good bit. This one might be the best. I think the black gold looks really good. And I think it works, like I said, with the cracked sleeve and all that. This is probably the best one. It's close. This and stage 1 are about the same. I don't think there's like a huge difference here. But it still is just, you know, kimono... girl in kimono with sandals, right? Not exactly anything I'm gonna hype up, but the colors are striking. They're good enough to, I think, keep it out of C. Maybe either high C. No, I think it definitely beats like Mary Anning. I don't know why Mary Anning is C+. It's the hat. That's why she's C+. No, the hat is really good. The C+ stays. I'd say about right there. So not too bad, honestly. Like it's good colors. All right, Blood Axe. Now I do enjoy a barbarian look, but let's see how this does. Again, his sprite quality is terrible. Let's go straight to my favorite one for now. We'll go start with stage 3. That's definitely my favorite. This is a really cool shield. Right, it's enough magic to be kind of fantasy, but it's not too much to look like over-designed and silly. Right, really, really cool shield. Like the chain, love the bracers. The axe is maybe a little much with all the crazy red squiggly stuff and the double-bladed thing, because that's not really like double-bladed axes aren't much of a thing. But that's not about if it's realistic. It's about does it look cool. And the braided like hilt here, I don't really like that. And like the squiggly stuff is too much. It'd look way better without this like squiggly stuff in the red right here. But I love axes. Axes just look cool, and it's like a rock axe. That's totally fine. I like that a lot. I like rocks. I like axes. I think that's really cool. The horns, it doesn't quite work here. There's not enough demon stuff going on. There's not enough like bull, demon, or any of that spiky stuff. There's not. It's just randomly the horns. So it's kind of like Siegfried Stage 3, where it doesn't really work, right? It looks like a bad Halloween costume. I like the beard. I like the hair. I like the barbarian look. Love the shield, right? He can pull off the shirtless look. It totally works here with the bottom drip. It's completely fine. You know, the bottom drip is really good though. Like this, seriously, this is some cool armor, right? This is some fantasy Viking stuff, right? Obviously not era appropriate. Getting a little fluffy in the knee area here. I don't know about that. But yeah, I like the red, the brown. That's kind of the whole vibe is red and brown, like very dark brown, like charcoal brown. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it could be better. Maybe like maybe some chainmail in here or another shoulder pad or something like that. I think it might look a little better. And yeah, the horns are a little dorky, but I like the red eyes, like the red jewel. I love the shield. I just like Viking, the kind of Viking, you know, fantasy Viking look. I dig it a lot. The axe is a little extra. I do wish it was a little lighter on the squiggly line bullshit. Okay, the broken horns don't help. That's definitely worse. It is much better in Stage 3. And yeah, I like this armor in here. I really do. And I think the red cloth part is good. Where do I put this? Where do I put this? Definitely over Lu Bu. I think it's over this stuff. It's gonna be in here somewhere. Yeah, about right there. Maybe even... I don't think it's enough to overcome them. But yeah, I like it. I mean, Blood Axe got a good look. I like axes, and I like the Viking look and the cool beard and all that. It's totally fine. Really, really like it. Yeah, it's really high B+. Oh boy. I don't think this is going to do so good. I think it'd be better without the horns at all. I would just cut the horns. Unless you're going to like put more spikes and stuff throughout, I think it's just better without the horns entirely. But the horns aren't like such a big negative. It doesn't drag him down too much. I do like the red. I do like the red. I don't like the bell. I don't like the stupid paws. Because it just looks like she's got like war gloves that are designed to look like cat paws and boots. And they're oversized. I don't like that. But the red's fine. I don't mind the red. I don't like the back thing. I don't like the broom look here. I don't like the bell. I don't like the... I really just don't like this. It's not my... The oversized, you know, fur, you know, animal glove boots thing. I don't like that at all. I really don't. Being in a maid outfit does not help. Now you just lost the cool red color. This didn't help at all. Nothing wrong with the main outfit, but this is like the poofy skirt type. Not a fan. The black white's nice, but this doesn't help either. Like the red on down here looks really stupid. Yeah, the more normal maid outfit is much better. Just removing the black part did not help. I don't know what's going on up top here with this little cat guy. Never really noticed that, but that is a thing that exists. Stage 1 definitely wins, just because I like the white. Not the white, the red with the black. That looks pretty good. But the whole animal aesthetic, I don't like it. Okay, now we're at Sonic. Back in, like, way back in the day. Like, this is old-timey. But we got, like, the roller blade... Not roller blades. No. Roller skates. I mean, we're going full silly now. Yeah, it's kind of like Wendy's up here and then Sonic down here. But they're still like so oversized. I don't really like that. I don't know. I don't like the gag in context is fine and it's probably the best. But with no context, I don't think like old-timey waitress look is like that great. The stripes and stuff, I don't like it that much. I think stage 1 still wins. I really don't like the oversized paws and stuff, though. I really don't dig that. But the red is decent. Yeah, probably right there. So kind of on the lower side of C. So definitely a bit negative. All right, Frankenstein. Really never thought about this one. I've never really sat down and looked at this. I mean, there's a decent, this is probably the best. There's a decent amount of negative here. So I don't like the fucking hair cape, drape, veil, you know, bonnet thing. I don't like that. I don't like how like the shoes are like overly, it's not even shoes, it's like robot legs, but they're like overly pointy like that, right? Where you'd think it would go out a bit, you know, but it's like super straight, right? I don't really like that look. This thing looks kind of dumb. I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't like it. This thing's kind of dorky. It's okay in here, like the sleeves and the top is fine. This little like gold thing here, that's fine. She's got my old-timey microphones for ears, though. I don't really like that. I don't like the poofy skirt too much. The whole kind of like mixed-in wedding aesthetic I don't like. The hair's fine. The horn thing, I guess, is fine. Like I said, the gloves are fine. The gold thing here is fine. I mean, it's not awful. That's a lot of negative. There's not a lot that I hype, but there's not a lot that I really like either. But the overall colors and stuff, it's all right. I mean, it's not egregious to the eyes. I don't look at it and like wince, right? It's not cringe, but it's just there's not a lot that I really like there. And then this the purple blue does not work at all. I don't like that at all. Yeah, that did not help. This being not like activated and all energy like, you know, like the power generator, I like that a lot more. This is all over designed though. It's too much, and I just don't like this blue purple thing. That's so out of place with like her hair color and then like the color in here, right? And like the mace and all that does not work. In stage 1, man, if stage 1 lost the hair bonnet thing, it'd be my favorite because this barely changes anything. But I think the like horn socket with no horn doesn't look so good. Yeah, you can go without the sleeves though. It doesn't look too bad. But no, stage 2 is the winner. The overall the horn I think definitely helps. But yeah, it's just kind of lacking anything that I really like. The colors and hair and horn and all that are well enough, but it just doesn't have anything like, yeah, that's cool. If you have the generator all the time, that would help it a bit. Thinking it's in here. He beats Carmella because Carmella's just got those stupid giant nails and the stupid sleeves and the and the dumb mask. He beats her. I think she beats her too. Around here, I'll keep it there for now. Yeah, it's just C. Yeah, it's just not my aesthetic, right? Not my cup of tea. Not the look that I'm gonna hype. But nothing that I'm like, oh god, that sucks, right? Just kind of underwhelming for me. All right, I love Beowulf so much as a character, but there's a lot of problems here. This is way too extra. I don't even need to talk about this. These colors are ridiculous. Get some shoes. I hate this weapon being all multicolored like that. The flame's kind of cool, but I don't like this at all. It's just way too many colors. This looks fucking stupid. These two are both good, but overall I like the colors in this more the like black, white, more toned down look. It's close though. The red here is not too much. The red here is not too much. But this is just like vanilla normal and with like the colors. That's fine. Now, okay, no shoes. That's lame. The scars are fine, right? They're a little extreme, but they're fine. Scars are fine. Cool hair, right? The weapons are fine. I don't like the really like normal like modern pants because nothing else looks modern. Nothing else looks modern at all. But then he just randomly has like modern pants. I don't like that. And like the arms being chained together is just stupid. I've made the joke before, but why would you chain your arms together like that? That just looks silly. Looks like you're gonna trip, and you can't T-pose, chat. How are you gonna T-pose on your enemies if you got your arms chained together like this? There's not enough space there to actually T-pose and assert dominance, right? This is a huge problem. You can't possibly have good drip if you can't T-pose. The bandages on the hands, I mean, it's kind of okay. But this is really basic. It's just dude in pants with over-the-top fantasy swords. He's carried by his Chad physique. He's completely carried by the hair, the scars, the muscles, right? And completely carried by that and like the swords. The pants are out of place. The chain is stupid. And the bandages are kind of whatever, right? So he's completely being carried by like his own body, right? And like the cool scars and all that. It's not like the drip or anything is good at all. It really isn't. But I do appreciate a Chad. And he does have cool hair and the cool scars and everything. I do think he's gonna beat Hercules, but not by like too much. I would say... So, this is interesting. Because Ku has horrible drip, right? Ku is Rubber Man. Right? That's not good. But he also has got cool hair and just kind of got a... You know, cool eyes and all that like that. And like the silver armor at the very top is fine, like the shoulder pads and stuff. Where Beowulf's got the scars and the cool weapons and all that kind of stuff. I do think I give it to Ku a little bit, right? Ku at least has shoes. And yeah, I think I do give it to Ku slightly. It's very, very close. You know, they both are kind of fashion disasters. Like, they themselves look cool, but then they've just got really bad clothes. So they can't really get all that in the... They're kind of like dead neutral, right? The drip, bad, but, you know, they got the cool hair and physique and all that, right? So they're neutral for the most part. All right. Yeah, I don't like Beowulf's ascensions. They just get really extra, like way too much. All right, Nightingale. So we had done Christmas Nightingale first. Let's see how regular Nightingale does. Now, I don't really like her art style. It looks better in her Christmas version. I think the artist kind of just improved, and I think it looks a lot better. But we know what Nightingale is supposed to look like, right? If you look at her Santa version where the art style is better, or just like her battle sprite, you can see what she's like supposed to look like. And, you know, she's got cool hair, cool eyes and all that, you know, military uniform stuff going on here. Okay, these shoes, though, this, like, this pointy tip thing, not really a fan. Also, not a fan of, like, whatever this is going on here. The, like, fancy fold thing is fine, but then to, like, the feather thing, like, what the fuck? Like, and you don't see that anywhere else. It's not like her cuffs have that. Or, I don't know what the fuck is up with that. I really don't. That it really is random. But, you know, uniform's cool. Red's good. I don't know about the uniform and the skirt, though. I don't really like that. The gloves and, like, stockings are fine. You know, the white thing, it's fine. Good hair, right? Good hair. A little bit of black throughout is fine. But yeah, I don't really like the skirt. Just, I don't think that really works. I don't like the shoes. That doesn't work at all. These just look fucking stupid. They're super dorky. So it's basically lady with cool uniform, but then everything else is pretty bad. I don't like how it's boob tight. I don't really have an opinion about that one way or the other. It is kind of weird though, because it looks like it's fairly fluffy, but then it's not for the boobs. Yeah, it does kind of look like a band uniform, especially because of the skirt. I can never unsee that now. Now that you said that, because the skirt's more like festive, you know, like modern at a football game or whatever. That hurts it a lot. That does make it look like a band uniform. I don't like that at all. So she's getting carried by like the gloves, the cool gloves, and like you got the white with the stockings and the gloves. You know, that's good. You got the hair, right, and the cool eyes, like the kind of like faded hair color with the eyes. I actually think it's pretty cool. But yeah, it looks like a band uniform with just ungodly bad shoes. It's not gonna be great. I hate to do this to Nightingale, but yeah, it is kind of band. Let's see, does this help? Okay, this looks a lot less like a band uniform because now you have a fucking gun and then, like, you know, the coat. But I don't like the bandage. But this does this does look a lot less like a band uniform. What about stage 2? Still looks a little bit like a band uniform. This is the best drip, but I'm not crazy about the bandage, right? But the clothes are the best, and the jacket helps even out the skirt, as do like the bags on the side. You still have these pieces of shit. This is the best one though. I would say this is the best one. I think if you put the jacket on, it'd be better still. It is kind of a jacket on a jacket and all that, but this is the best one. And the colors are still totally fine. It looks more serious, and I like that. Yeah, it really got away from the band aesthetic. So yeah, I'll give it to stage 3 here. Where is that at? I guess it's this one. No, that's not. It's in stage 3, but that actually isn't. I think that's just a mistake. Yeah, it's in stage 2. Okay, there we go. You can just switch those around, no problem. Okay. We will give this... It's still not great. Right there. Yeah, it's just really not great. It's just kind of weird looking with the skirt and the terrible boots and then the bandage and all that. I might give it right there, but yeah, it's not too good. But it's certainly way better than all this kind of stuff. But yeah, when I really look at this objectively, I don't really like it. I really don't. I mean, like, you can't really ignore the shoes. They really stand out. This does kind of look like a band uniform. I don't like the skirt. It's out of place. Yeah, it's just eh. Okay. I hate this. I'm just cut to the chase. I hate all of this. The best stage is stage 1, but this is so bad. I hate this so much. Like, this just looks absolutely stupid. I mean, he's like a dinosaur monster man, but then not that much dinosaur, only a little bit. But then he's got this giant pimp coat, and it's just so extra with these like spike things coming out. Comes out so far at this dumb thing, and like whatever is going on in here with these like gloves, but then all topless, just looks fucking stupid. These aren't even good body tattoos with these like circle things. These look dorky as shit. Like I normally like the body tattoos, but that just looks stupid. And he's got a little bonnet thing. He's got so little clothing up top, and he's got a fucking bonnet. Like, you got a bonnet and a pimp coat. This just doesn't work. This doesn't work at all. This looks fucking stupid. He's got like these monster high heels, literally, but then with the fur, it just looks stupid as shit. They're just way overdone. They're so large and stuff, and he's like such a normal person up top. It just looks terrible. The tail is too large. Again, just looks out of place. The spear's overdone. I do like spears, but it's overdone. And then like this like cape thing sucks. All the red looks suck. The red with dark purple is a terrible color combo. You should have had black, you stupid fuck. I don't really like anything about this. This is just trash. And I'm talking about like, I didn't like the knee spikes on King Hassan, right? These are even worse. These are so bad. King Hassan at least had really cool armor all around it and cool colors all around it. This is surrounded by trash. And then these knee spikes are even larger, and they just look even stupider. Like they're just King Hassan without any of the positives and even more of a negative. Like, it just looks garbage, dude. And I don't like all the like red veiny stuff. And then it's like, if it was black all the way through, that would help. But then it's all like this purple with the red. It just looks really, really bad. And like, this is just silly, dude. Like, it's just too much. It's too over the top. And then stage 2 is like the same thing. It's just, I guess, less extreme, but it's still the pimp coat and all that. It doesn't really save it. It just looks less dumb, but it still looks extremely dumb. This looks the least dumb because it's like the least extra. The spear looks pretty normal now. But you still got like this crazy oversized tail and like the monster, literal monster high heel thing going on. If you look, it's actually like armor, like it's like overlapping it. That just looks stupid. Like, that's just dumb as shit. These things in here look dumb. The claw hands look dumb. They're kind of too much, kind of like with Vlad Extra. And you don't have like the same color on the thumb for some reason. Now, you don't have the pimp coat. The whole reason this is the best one is because the pimp coat is gone. It's the whole reason this is the best one. But you still got the purple red thing. Still got the oversized tail. This whole and these you still have these goddamn, like, they're not even knee, they're coming out of the shin, but they go so high they go over the knee. I hate it, dude. Absolutely hate it. They're just so big. Like, if you walk, you're gonna impale yourself. But stage 1 is still the best just because it is the least extra. And like the hood bonnet thing, it doesn't have like the pimp coat in contrast, so it's not as bad. But I still absolutely hate Kuulter's look. I can't really think of a single positive thing going on there. They're very similar in fail, but dude, his knee shin spikes, I think, make him lose. Even to that. Very bad. Honestly, very bad. Yeah, even the Vanilla Ku looks good in comparison, and Vanilla Ku's not doing so great either. So, and then you've got, well, look at this loser Kuulter down here in D rank. And then way up here in S, we've got the real drip Ku, prototype Ku. Right? What? Look at all these servants in between. Absolutely mountain of a difference. All right. Raiko. Now, you really just cannot divorce the art style. Like, this part of the aesthetic, and I just hate this artist's body proportions on the female characters, right? It just looks bad. Just like overly exaggerated booba. Just such an extreme. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I just don't like the way he draws hips and the boobs and all that. I just don't like it. Then regardless of that, you got sandals, we got Japanese, you know, fluffy sleeves. I don't like this fluffy sleeves. I don't like the ties. I don't like this like bushy, crazy broom hair that's so long, and then random like pink stuff on it. You know, I really have not been kind to a lot of the Japanese drip throughout this, but like I don't, this hair bit here I really don't like. Yeah, I don't like the sandals. I don't like the body proportions. I don't like the hair. The colors aren't too bad, but they're not crazy. I don't like I don't like the black red thing on the bow. I don't like the raccoon tail look too much. Don't like the sleeves. Don't like the ties. It's pretty bad. Don't like the katana. Like, what is there nice to say about it? I guess the colors aren't too bad. That's the one thing. The colors aren't too bad. This one is probably better because it just hides the body proportions a bit better. But the colors are worse. And you still got the poofy sleeves. And I really don't like the tie by the neck. The thing is, you can't really hide. It's almost worse because it's almost like it's trying to hide the weird body proportions. But you can still so blatantly see them that, like, trying to hide them just looks dumb. It doesn't really help. And this just looks silly, right? The hair ornaments just look dumb. They're too weak. Like, you're not committing. I don't like the colors on the armor here. I don't like that at all. And just kind of randomly there. It looks like a washing board on each side. Don't like that. I mean, I don't like any of these stages. I guess stage 2, maybe. I don't know. I think it's still stage 1. I think stage 1 I still like the most, but I really don't. I don't like it by any means. I dislike almost everything about this design. And I really just like the hair, man. I don't like that like oversized bushy hair thing. It's better than her summer version, I can at least say that. But better than Kuulter. Better than Avenger Ushi. It's probably around there. It's still pretty low in the D tier there. The stage 3 really is silly, but it is better than her summer version, and it's certainly better than Kuulter. It is absolutely better than Kuulter. But there's just not, I can't rate it high because there's not a single thing I like about it, and then there's lots of things that I'm negative. It's not like there's one negative, then everything else is neutral. It's like 3 or 4 negatives, and then everything else is just kind of there. I mean, I guess the colors are okay, but even, much as I don't like Kiara, you know, she's got decent colors with the black pink looks okay. So, yeah, I like the black pink more than the purple stuff, so I do think, and she's got the hat. At least Kiara's, whoops, definitely not making it into there though, but she does have the hat. But yeah, it's not great. Apologies to Raiko fans, but I hate it. I do not like that artist design for the female characters, really, ever. I just, like, fundamentally do not like it. I'm not offended by it. I don't think it... I'm not like, oh my god, how dare they put this in the game. It's something like that. I just don't like it. I just don't like the way it looks. It's a very divisive art style, though. It kind of always has been. Again, no shoes, and I don't like how, you know, she has normal human skin and then goes into, like, weird red monster hands and feet. I don't like the looks of that at all. I think that's dumb. Traditional Japanese garb, massive sleeves, don't like that. I don't mind the beads. Really don't like it. I don't like, chat, this is really mean. I know this is what I'm about to say is really mean, but it's the truth. I don't like her face. I've never liked Ibaraki's face. It just looks weird to me. I don't like it. I don't like the cut of her jib, and then I don't like the flame wings are cool. I'll say that, but it's kind of lost. Adding these like these, I don't like that at all. It looks like fucking candy, dude. I don't like that at all. And then she's got the weird hands and feet, and like the body tattoos kind of going into the hands and feet. I don't like that at all. I don't like the giant sleeves. I don't like the flowery patterns. It's too fancy. There's too much going on there. Don't like the headdress. Don't like the weird feather thing. I don't like the candy stuff here. I don't like that. The fire's really cool though. Fire wings are always cool. I like me some flame. But it is not enough to salvage this catastrophe. I just don't like her look. I just don't like the cut of her jib, man. It's not, there's nothing so egregious though like Kuother again. It's nothing that bad. I don't like it as much as Summer Ibaraki. Yeah, like right there. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, actually, you know what? He sucks. I don't know why. Like, she's at least got like the better shoes, I guess. I don't know though. She looked fucking stupid too. All three of these are just bad, man. I don't know how to rate these against each other. I'm comparing just shite with shite. I feel like I'd rather look at Attila though than Ibaraki. Ibaraki looks pretty stupid. I'll do it like that for now. Oh god. All right, hold on, chat. I need to get some water. I gotta breathe for a second. Bad trip is wearing me out, chat. Ooh, yeah, that was a close call. I almost died of exhaustion of bad drip. But I got a hot dog bun and some water. If he's a budget quick support, I'm gonna be so angry. All right, MHXA. Okay, so we got Sith Lord cosplay on a kid. It's like she saw Star Wars and she wanted her parents to make her a cosplay, and they did better than some of the other parents with some of these cosplays. But it's not amazing. They didn't nail it. And this is like school kid with like rain boots going on. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. The was it the Persian 55? I appreciate it. All right, I like the jacket. I like the scarf. It's kind of weird that they got like all this bottom stuff going on in the kid. I don't know about that. But the jacket's all right. Just school stuff again. Chat, unironically, I think the Sith Lord, but kind of fucked up cosplay is the best. I don't like the blue. I don't get the random dark blue here. Just go black, man. What the hell are we doing? But cool hood. Black and red look good. Got the double lightsaber. It's not too bad. Lightsabers are cool. Yeah, no joke. I think stage 3 is the best one. But it does look like a kid that really liked Darth Maul and wanted to dress up. But then because they're a kid and they wanted to get all like fan fiction-y, they made it very extra, right? What makes like the Sith look work is it's clean. Just black, a lot of like black robes, just plain, right? And then some like red highlight in there, like the lightsaber or like Darth Maul with the tattoos and stuff, right? This just has a bunch of extra bits, right? Like we don't need the gray, we don't need the red line, we don't need the random dark blue, right? We don't need the brown, right? Just keep it black. Get rid of all these like overly detailed things and just go black and then red lightsaber in the hood and you're good, right? So it's not as good as a proper Sith. She has not ascended to Sith Lord status yet. But it's still a respectable attempt and it's still better than her other stages. Hold on, chat. This Kentucky's too high. Just, God, I don't like Kentucky's look. All right, ultimately neutral, but, you know, maybe on the positive side, they're not really. I think this is pretty much dead neutral. All right, I think that's as high as she gets. Hijikata. Cool character. I don't know about the drip, though. I never noticed this, but this, like, gray into red, this looks awful. I never noticed these pants. Why are they like this? Like, why do you have these circle things? Like, again, computer wiring. Why? Everything else is so normal. And then you just got these weird as fuck pants, dude. And, like, the dark gray into the red, I don't like that. And that's really weird, man. I don't like that at all. There's signal lights, yeah, but they're off, apparently. Well, the top half is fine, right? It's kind of just uniform, you know, era with still got swords but muskets, you know, that's a whole period. But the bottom part really sucks. I don't like the katana. It's and like the more like Japanese uniform is not my favorite. It's all right, but it's definitely not my favorite. This is the same thing, but we lost the jacket. It looks way better with the jacket. This doesn't really work. We still have these horrible pants that I wish I had not noticed. And now we're just going full traditional Japanese garb. You at least lost the terrible pants, but I don't really like this traditional Japanese garb. We also got sandals. That's no good. The colors are okay. I don't like the red down on the ties, though. I mean, I don't really like any of these, honestly. I think, like, the sandals suck, but these, like, pants suck, too. Yeah, this one's the worst. So it's between 1 and 3. But I don't like the jacket colors either, really. I guess I give it to stage 3, but I'm sorry to say, I really just don't like Hijikata's drip. I mean, I like the character well enough. He's not like my favorite or anything, but he's all right. But I really do not like his fashion. I can't think of really anything positive to say other than the musket, I guess. Probably does beat Carmilla. It's really easy to beat Carmilla. Yeah, right there. Not great. Oh god. I don't like the kids. It's not a good look. Kids are not cool. Also don't like her face, just like Ibaraki. I don't like this over-designed thing, like in the back like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like the overly detailed embroidery. I don't like the colors. I don't mind like the dark gold and gold, but the random purple and pink and then red, I don't like that. It's a kid. It's a kid trying to dress up in like a army hat. But then it's a stupid army hat with a peacock tail. It looks fucking ridiculous, dude. Why do you have a peacock on the back of your helmet? Why are you wearing a helmet as a fucking kid? What are you doing? And you got like cotton candy here. And then like this vest looks really shit. I don't like the bow. I really don't like this thing. Not great. And like look at these colors, dude. Not about it. And then she's got a weird face and she's a dumb kid. We go right there. Boy, I did not like this design right here. This loses to a lot. All right, just moving on. All right, Pent. Fun character, Yelly McYelly, but her drip's pretty weak too. So stage 1 is right out. And then stage 3 gets really weird with the ribbon top thing. So these shoes, no. Like these whole spike things, please stop doing that. The rest of the boots or whatever are all right. The chain flail mace thing's all right. The gloves are all right. But, you know, she's like a teenager that's barely wearing anything. And then why is there purple here? Like, why are we doing that? But obviously, like, barbarian lady look, right? Amazon look, clearly. You could pull that off a lot better if she was older, right? That would help a lot. But she's not, so it just looks like a kid tryharding. It looks like she's like the badass Berserker Amazon's little sister that is trying to be like her sister. That's what this looks like, right? She's got like the older sister that goes out there and actually accomplishes a lot and is like the hero of the village. And then she wants to be like that too, but she just isn't. Actually, this is not what Achilles saw, Ziggy. That's like canonically wrong. Like she was an adult there. That's the whole point. You know, that's why she doesn't want to be summoned in her adult form. They've actually shown off, I think, her adult form in a manga. It looks a lot more normal. I think she has a helmet even. But, and then this, you're just getting weird with this thing up top. The ribbon's out of place, just with the red down here. I don't like that. It's not great. The cool spike balls are all right. The like claw gloves, you know, with the, that's all right. Okay, now unironically, you know, ties are good and glasses are good, but they're so at odds with everything else being really fantasy old-timey, and then this is randomly modern. Without the context of the joke, it's not that great, right? Ties are cool, right? But yeah, it's so at odds with everything else. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, I just like the spike balls and the gloves. That's really the only positive I've got here. And like the rest of the boots are okay if you ignore the foot part. But like the I don't know, this thing, the Shaw sash is actually pretty cool. The red, and we've seen the sash in other designs, obviously. I do like the sash, but it clashes really hard with the pink here and everything else. Really, the pink thing is the problem, not really the sash. But yeah, I don't like it a lot. You know, I like the ragey rage that Pynth's got going on, but the actual design, not super great. Probably like right there. Yeah, it just doesn't really... You know what? Actually, it's probably more like right there, even. It barely C tier, and it's just because the spike balls are cool and the sash is cool and stuff, but... Yep, sorry, Penth, you, need a makeover. But yeah, she's got an adult design that is much better. They've actually kind of gone back and forth on her adult design, though. She's got, like, a few different looks, I know, in, like, the APOC anime. Oh, yeah, someone linked it on the... Here, I'll show it. That's a lot better. There's some better pictures out there. You know, it's a bit more typical, like with the Greek shield, and there's a lot of like typical Greek like skirted armor and stuff. But this is a badass fucking helmet. Like it's real. This would rate very high. This is like kind of warrior, almost Valkyrie look even. But yeah, this is much better. She's got another adult design that's more similar to regular Pynth, but she's just older, and that works a lot better. But yeah, all the different adult Pynth designs are just way better than her like teenage look. Not great. Okay, I'm gonna rate this as though it's not Paul Bunyan, because oh god, why is this Paul Bunyan? I mean, it's a kid trying to be a lumberjack, but you're a kid. It's like their parents are lumberjacks and they're trying to be like them, but they can't actually swing this axe. Their parents gave them like a foam axe. It looks like a regular axe, but she can't actually carry a real axe. Like, are you kidding me? You know, the green is nice, the hat is nice, but it's kind of just like raincoat look or something. And it's really goofy having a child with an axe. And then the body is very cartoonish. You know, whatever. You know, again, without the context of it like insulting the legend, it's not that bad. But a kid trying to be okay, we don't talk about that one. A kid trying to be a lumberjack is dumb. Okay, we don't talk about that one either. Okay, stage 1 is the best. The green is nice, the hat is nice, but it's a kid. Kids are lame. Kids with axes are lame. They run that. Like, kid holding an axe runs the axe. But at least there's like the green stuff, and they're not like sexualizing it. At least not in stage 1 any. We'll go like right there. Boy, that really is an insult to everyone else, but they deserve it. These all deserve to be insulted. All right, no boost summer. Never thought about this one. Okay, I don't really like this look. This is kind of like you got away from the beach, but you didn't put all your clothes on, so it just looks kind of dumb. The jacket's okay, but get some fucking shoes. If you're not actually if you're at the beach, you need to lose clothes. If you're away from the beach, you need to gain clothes. Like, you're just kind of in this weird middle area. The weapon looks dumb. The hat still looks dumb. The Avenger version is better. But I mean, this part of the hat's good back here, right? But like, this hat looks so dumb with everything else. Why would you wear like a uniform fancy hat with with this? That just looks dumb, right? Like, the hat on its own is fine, but in context doesn't work. And then this ornament on the front of the hat is dumb too, though. So overall, the hat looks really stupid with everything else she's wearing. And this thing is dumb. And the only positive I've really got here is like the hair is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't like this. You know, it's just kind of this weird in between, and the hat is just so out of place. We still have the hat. It's even more out of place here. It's more normal swimsuit here, but then swimsuit with this like super uniform, like super dress coat. That it's so clashing with you being in like a normal swimsuit. Like, what are you doing? And the hat just absolutely doesn't work. The colors are fine. I'll give it the colors are fine, and the coat on its own looks good. A lot of these individual pieces look good. They just look really stupid in context. Okay, so again, why do we... Now we're just completely normal swimsuit, but then we randomly got the ear, the headset, right? and then we got the weird weapon again, and the hat again. Like, that's just like, lose the hat. The hair's cool, like dark red into the light red. That's cool, right? And then I know doesn't she have flame? Like, I don't think the particle effects don't show up here, but doesn't she have flame? She does. Okay, that is cool. I think I remember that. The flame is cool, right? And it's like the bikini kind of matches the flame. Again, if you lost the hat and the dumb weapon, it'd be fine. You know, flaming bikini lady with cool hair, that's fine. Nothing mind-blowing, but that's fine. Yeah, she does have... Yeah, I remember that she normally has particle effects and stuff. I mean, yeah, the hair matching the flame, right? That's cool. That is cool. The weapon is dumb as shit. The hat is dumb as shit. That definitely drags it down, but it's good colors and all that kind of stuff. It's probably gonna be in here somewhere. I mean, I do like the flame stuff. Yeah, probably like right there. Maybe beats the kids when I think about it. And it's not like I like his drip that much. Yeah, probably like right there. I think it beats Parvati. I really just don't like Parvati's look, man. Yeah, I think we're using stage 1. It is fine. Like, it is fine. It's just kind of a lot of the same problems with the hat and all that. Many of these pictures don't match the stage, so. All right. I mean, this is pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about this is the more like normal looking dress thing is kind of at odds with the collar and the like claw gloves, right? And then like with her really serious expression and kind of more wild hair, right? Like these gloves say feral. This says feral. The hair, the look, all that says feral. And then it's really nice, like proper dress, right? That's weird, right? Like, and I can't like unsee that. It's part of the aesthetic. If you had just had this dress, you know, some nice colors and stuff. The skirt's not getting too poofy and all that. Nice normal boots for once for Fate, Jesus Christ. Like this all looks fine, but it does not match the character, and the character, it's not like, I don't mean the personality, I mean the look of the character, right? Like you get that kind of like feral look from like the collar and the gloves and the hair, right? And that is completely at the odds with the dress. I don't like that clash, right? It's like she's a feral wolf lady, even I know she's a cat, but you kind of get wolf vibes with the way they're doing the claws and stuff. But anyway, it's kind of like, you know, feral lady, and then she's being forced to dress up for like an event, right? That's not a good look. All right, this looks more barbaric, so it matches in that sense, and the black pink is fine. I actually like the cool like glowy pink bits or cool. The boar shoulder is kind of weird. It's so oversized, and again, if there's no context, it's like, why do you have a boar head on your shoulder? Like that looks dorky. Like, again, we're not talking about the character or the noble phantasm. We're just talking about what does it look like. And this oversized boar head with everything else being more like skimpy and stuff, that's really weird. Like that really is weird. I do like the colors though. I like the kind of barbaric look. That's fine. I think there's like a chain on the glove. Yeah, like there is. I mean, it's cool. I don't mind it. It really is just a boar. That's kind of weird. And also the color now is kind of out of place with everything else being more you know, fantasy, old-timey, I guess. Also, why is this yellow? Why do you have all this like pink energy stuff, but then this is yellow? Like, what? It is weird. Also, like the double tail thing is weird, but what are you gonna do? At least this one is more concise, right? This one is like overall just like kind of fits the barbaric look. Where like this dress looks better, but it's complete. Like I don't know how people don't see this, dude. Like the actual outfit looks the best here, but it just doesn't match the character even a little bit. It's just wrong. Like you got these like, you know, clawed gloves, wild fucking hair, like dog neck choker thing, right? But then you got this like really normal, like proper like dress skirt thing, which looks nice, but it just looks completely wrong. Ultimately, I really don't like stage 1 because of that. Like, if I was gonna rate just the dress and like the boots and all that, I'd rate it fine. But it's not, right? You can't not have all this other stuff. Like, yes, the dress looks nice. It does. But it does not look nice when you've got this collar thing and this wild hair and these are so clearly designed to scratch someone's face off, right? That just doesn't look good with the rest of it. Like, it's not a juxtaposition that works, right? It's not a contrast that works. I think it's and that's why I don't like when anime is always trying to do this stupid trope thing where they have like the badass like lady and then she has to wear like a formal dress and she's blushing and all this stupid shit. I think that's dumb as fuck, dude. And that's like all this is trying to do, but then she still has like her war face on, which is just dumb. So not a fan. The dress on its own is really good. Like I like the dark, like the faded blue, black is fine. But like these gloves look so stupid, and the collar looks so stupid. The collar's like the worst part. Like this collar is just, this looks so tacky. Right? If I saw someone like show up in a dress like this and they have this fucking collar on, I'm just like, what the fuck is this fashion sense? So even though I like the dress is better than these two by a mile, it's not even close. Like if it's the drip alone, it's so much better than these two, but then in context, it just doesn't work at all. This one works way better in context because it matches the fucking character. She's about to go, you know, claw somebody. The boar is pretty fucking weird though. That is definitely negative. This one sucks though. I would actually say this one is worse than the first one. Like, look, I don't hate fan service. I don't try to act. I see people online do this all the time. They act like they're too good for like human skin. Okay, I don't get mad, you know, when Beowulf's shirtless, right? I don't get mad when women show skin either. I think that's really hypocritical and fucking stupid when people act that way. Like they're totally okay with like a barbarian, but then they act like they're too highbrow for like, you know, the female equivalent, right? But this just looks dumb, right? I don't care that it shows skin. It looks stupid. Like, first off, again, she's kind of, you know, this hair isn't like very futuristic looking and all that. And then you have this like super futuristic armor, but then it's just missing stuff. It's a lot harder to do fan service with high-tech stuff. I'd say big time. And like this is so heavy armor with the shoulders, and it's like this really like armor, but then like under boob. Right? Even if you like under boob, right? It looks really bad in this context. Like, are you kidding me? Like it's so out of place. This is not how to do under boob at all, right? Like the armor here is just so at odds with everything else. Yeah, it's like Tron stripper, right? And these boots look stupid with the flare. Like fucking they're trying to be airplanes. They're like, flap your wings, shoes. We gotta get out of here. They're trying to escape from how shit this outfit is. The only thing I can really say is the pink black is good because it always is, right? You know, the glowy pink black looks really cool. But like the armor looks worse because of the lack of the armor down here, and the lack of the armor down here looks worse because of the armor right here. Pick a lane. Like Fate is so bad about this. Either go like Juggernaut armor stuff, like, because this is pure Juggernaut right here. Like the really heavy armor on the gloves here, shoulder pads, and on the top part of the chest. So either go full Juggernaut, you know, black pink armor, you know, war lady, or go like skimpy futuristic, you know, pink glowy stuff, you know, outfit. Right? Pick a goddamn lane. When you half-ass it like this, it sucks balls for both ends, right? The third stage is the worst by a mile. It's not close, right? Like the third stage is shit. But I think the second stage is the best because it's just cohesive. This is a cohesive aesthetic. The first stage is not. I like what they're going for, right? Like with this aesthetic right here, right? But it just is so at odds with all of this that it just doesn't work. Like it just fails as an overall aesthetic. And if someone was just doing the outfit, you know, without the collar, then big thumbs up, right? But in context, it's pretty big thumbs down. And that's definitely a distinction one that we got to do at stage 2. But the second stage, the barbaric, you know, skimpy outfit war lady with the pink black is okay. The war boar being so oversized is not so okay. But and the black pink looks good, right? The black pink looks good. She has cool hair and all that. Probably not gonna make it. I mean, maybe really low B. I mean, it is pretty similar to Orion, where they're both doing the skimpy outfit thing. He's got some negative, kind of a little oversized, but he got the cool belt, a really cool belt, and like but she got the black pink cool glowy stuff. Actually, yeah, I think I actually do have to give it to her, honestly. They're very close. I'd probably put her right there. I think that's about fair, but they're very close. Because Orion is very similar, where he's barely got, neither of them have a lot of clothes. But Orion, where's our boy? Let's be fair about this here. Like I said, Orion is a little too much muscle for my taste. It looks a little dorky when it's like that much, but it's fine. I don't hate it. I don't like the pants at all. The club sucks. But the glowy belt and like cape strap thing is really cool. I don't like no, she wins. I mean, there's just too much wrong here. I don't like this part of the cape right here. That looks dumb. This club sucks balls. The boots are kind of cool, but like the overall pants actually suck quite a bit. The bow looks dumb as shit. She had the dumb boar, but he's got the dumb club and the dumb bow. And I don't like this part of the cape at all. And then she's got the cool black, pink, glowy stuff. And he's got, which I actually think is a bit better than the blue belt and thing here, but not by a lot. But they're pretty close. But yeah, overall, I think she wins. She's got a better like color aesthetic. I don't like the yellow, burgundy, blue. It's just a little too much. I like the cut of his jib still, but yeah, I mean, they're both barely wearing anything. She wins on the colors, but she's got the boar, which is a big negative, but he's got the club. I mean, this club is not good, man. It really is not. I don't know. I'm so sick of people bringing that shit up, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm not explaining that over and over again. But yeah, she wins by a bit. Not by a lot, but she does win by a bit. Does not overcome the cool skull mask. Cool desert like robe thing that Hassan's got going on, and he's got the weird like limbs and stuff, but again, she's got the dumb boar. Okay, what is next? Oh boy, it's Jerker. I've never really thought about this one objectively. There is the sock thing. That's probably the most memorable thing about this design. I don't think is going to fare that well. I like a lot of asymmetrical stuff a lot of the time, but not really when it comes to socks. That's just stupid. Okay. Let's see here. So, very cool jacket. All right, so this is yet another swimwear one. We've had a lot of those, and they've kind of done meh. But this is one of the better ones. It's nothing weird, right? There's nothing weird about the swimwear. The katanas are dumb. I don't really like katanas that much. But the jacket is really good. The black red is really good. The hair is a little much, getting a little crazy out here, but it's all right. But okay, the sock thing, the red is fine. The little fancy bit, I don't know about that. Like, why? This is like some noble's like stocking or something, right? There's literally nothing else in the outfit that has anything to do with that whatsoever. Why would you do that, right? So again, this is a pick a lane. Either have two of them or have none of them, and it would look better, right? I don't get mad at high heels. I don't know why people do. It's just, they're just shoes. Like, relax. They're not the best thing ever. They're not the worst thing ever. But, cool gloves. Cool, black, red thing going on. But, katanas are dumb. The sock is dumb. The hair is getting a little bit much. But the colors are good. Now, the whole, like, swimsuit look thing. None of the swimsuits have done super well. That's one of the better ones, though. I mean, the black red is pretty cool. Yeah, the shoes are fine. They're not like super weird. They're like, Jesus Christ. They're not like what's her name? Van No, right? It's nothing crazy. Like, they're just normal heels, right? They're like I think anyway. Yeah, they're just super normal heels. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. We're going for fantasy designs. She's not, none of these are combat ready. Like, I really get sick of this. I see this for some reason, high heels are always the thing that get pointed out. I don't understand. You're gonna get mad that you have like these combat units with high heels, but then the guy with the skyscraper sword is fine. Or the guy with no shirt on is fine. I really get sick of this. Right, like it's just dumb. Like, it's just insane biasm. Like, guys going into combat with no shirts, with poorly balanced, oversized weapons, that's fine. But like, high-heeled boots or something, oh god, no. Like, What are you talking about? I mean, it's just stupid. It's just these people trying to be like elitist, like they're too good for anything, you know, fantasy or sexualized. But my shirtless barbarian, though, that's totally fine. That's not sexualized at all, guys. I mean, get real. Like, it's just stupid, right? I just care about, okay, if we're talking about Mountain Blade, the video game Mountain Blade, if someone's running around with high heels, that's fucking stupid, right? But equally, if someone is running around in Mountain Blade with no shirt on and some giant oversized sword, that's also dumb as shit. And it's actually easier to fight in high heels than it is to fight with a giant oversized weapon. I am not kidding, by the way. It's actually not close. Like, all these giant oversized fantasy weapons are beyond impractical. So you cannot rate on practicality, right? It's just crazy to me. But anyway, we are rating just, does it look good, right? And yes, some giant oversized weapons can look cool, right? I can admit that. Now, I don't normally like them as much. If you look at our S tiers here, I don't think any of these really have giant oversized weapons. I guess she does a little bit, but it's like glowy energy stuff, right? So that's better. Okay, he's a bit oversized, I would say. That one is a bit oversized for sure. But the armor is so good and everything, and it's like this whole mecha thing, right? And again, mecha looks cool. Mecha's not practical, because this is another one, right? People get mad about all these things, and then they act like giant humanoid mechs are practical. They're not even slightly practical. A tank would beat the shit out of a humanoid mech, right? But I'm not rating him on that, okay? Yes, a tank would roll him if this was an actual combat unit, but I'm rating, does this look nice, all right? And it does. It looks great. And so this big giant robot with big giant bow, I can give a pass to, right? It looks good. But I really do get tired of people, like, they just cherry pick. I see this in my chat all the time. I see this in Discords all the time. People will cherry pick. They'll cherry pick something they just aesthetically don't like. And then instead of saying, hey, I just don't like this thing, they act like they have like some superiority, like, oh, like they're too good for, you know, skimpy clothing or whatever. Just say you don't like it. Because I think I've been very good about this. When I go about and I talk about how I don't like some of the swimsuits and stuff, it's just because I don't really like that kind of look. I'm not really looking for that. It's not because, oh, look at this fan service. It's so stupid that she's trying to fight in a bikini, but it totally makes sense. This guy is trying to fight with a helmet with no eye holes in it. Right? Like what are we talking about here, right? Like, no one ever mentions things like this, right? But they'll mention, you know, high heels or a bikini all the time, but the guy with the helmet that you can't see out of, oh no, that's fine, right? None of this makes sense. None of this is practical. I just don't think the bikini look is that great, all right? And like, I can just admit that. I don't need to try to act like I'm too good for it. It's just not an aesthetic that I'm crazy about, right? Like, sometimes it's kind of okay, like if the colors are all right and things like that, but it's not my cup of tea. And like, for example, it's not because, again, skin, Darius is showing more skin than Jerker is, right? By a lot, right? But he's got these awesome bad body tattoos and the green flame and this elephant. So that's why I like it, right? It's not like it's inherently good or bad because, oh God, I saw Darius's biceps. Okay, it's like I don't wake up with leprosy because I saw skin. All right, and I'm so tired of people not being able to say, you know what? I don't like swimsuits, or you know what? I don't like bikinis. I just don't like the way they look. They gotta try to act like it's more than that. And right, it's just like elitism. It's fucking dumb as shit, right? It's about the aesthetic. Now, again, if it's a different setting, if it's like something trying to be practical, like Call of Duty, you know, which is not realistic, but it's trying to have the aesthetic, it's trying to have the authentic like war vibe, even though it's obviously not realistic. Right, so it would be out of place if someone's running around in a bikini, or if they've got a sword the size of a building, right? Like, of course, there are times where it's just big no, and you just say, don't put that in the game, this is dumb, right? Sure, right? But you have these games that are pure style over substance, pure fantasy, you know, it's fucking fantasy, and they're like, I'm offended that these women have high heels. But it's totally okay that the barbarians aren't wearing a damn thing. This is totally okay. And I see that all the time, like Diablo. People do that all the time in Diablo and stuff. I just cannot roll my eyes at it enough. Because they want to feel like they've got like an argument to actually like bully the developers into taking it out. That's what it is. Like, you see this like in YouTube comment stuff. They're trying to enact change. They're trying to like shame the devs for putting in this one aspect of fantasy, but it's okay to have this other aspect of fantasy. Just say, hey, I don't like this design, right? And this other design, I like that one. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Here's the thing. Celts did not really fight naked, by the way. A lot of that is Roman propaganda. It was just a way to make them look more savage and that kind of thing. And when Celts did fight with very little armor, it's because they didn't have it. It's not because there's anything practical about running around naked or with very little clothing. It's just because they did not have access to actual armor. But a lot of the things said about the Celts is propaganda, and it's actually shocking to how often people will find like historical documents and stuff and just take it as gospel. Like, no one's ever lied. Look at what we said about the Japanese in World War II, and look at what the Japanese said about us, right? Like, it's just bullshit, right? And then so if you find just what the Americans said about the Japanese in World War II, you're getting a very biased bullshit version of it, and vice versa, right? You have to, you know, kind of find the balance in between. And you can see that with a lot of the stuff with the Celtics. A lot of the more sophisticated, if you will, countries that fought them throughout you know, time would basically bastardize them and try to make them seem more savage than they were, and that kind of thing. But the thing is, when you don't have developed technology and stuff, you have to be more savage. You don't have chainmail. You don't have these things, right? But there are accounts of them actually wearing armor when they had it. You know, it's normally pretty hodgepodge and slapped together. It's not like the Celts were like, you know what, guys? It's somehow practical to fight on a battlefield with no protection, right? It's just desperate. They're just desperate. That's really all there is to it. And like, yeah, they did use war paint and things like that. And if you don't have armor, you might as well go for the intimidation factor, right? Of like crazy war paint, no armor, you know, crazy berserker look. There's a practical reason to do that, but you know, it's more of desperation. And like, don't fucking kid yourself. The reason you've got these designs is not because they're not like, guys, let's honor the savage you know, tribes throughout history that didn't have access to armor and had to fight with pretty minimal armor. So let's have some of our fantasy designs have shirtless dudes. That's not why they're doing it. Get a fucking grip, right? Like, that is so horseshit. Like, I mean, like, look at Leonidas, for God's sakes. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, back to the drip. Right, we're rating Jerker. So I do like the jacket. I do like the red black. The sock is dumb. The hair is fine up top, but then it gets kind of dumb with it being that long and poofy and whatnot. Just not really my style. I don't like the katanas. The sock is just dumb, though. I mean, really, this would just look better. One, the fancy bit is like, what the fuck? Like, why is the fancy bit there? And then just have two of them or none of them, and it would look way better. It's kind of hard to unsee that. But yeah, weird sock, weird katana, you know, stuff. Not really just big on katanas. But I do like the colors. I do like the colors. And the jacket's pretty baller, and the gloves are cool and all that. I mean, the colors are enough to, I think, beat a lot of the other swimsuits. I don't know if it's enough to do anything too crazy in here. But the red black does look really good. I don't think she's enough to overcome Hassan either. He's been a good gatekeeper, I've noticed. I mean, the colors are really good, right? But it's not the mask is awesome. I really do like the kind of like creepy skull mask thing. You know, I really do like that. And like, if she didn't have katanas, maybe, right? Maybe. I'm just so not a fan of katanas. I do kind of like the like rune stuff on the blade there. Actually, I never noticed that. That actually is kind of cool. It helps it a little bit. I don't think that's enough though. And hey, she's got, you know, shoes instead of sandals. Well, they're kind of like sandally shoes, so you know, they're kind of pushing it there. But nah, she does not overcome Curse Arm. I think Curse Arm is pretty cool. You know, I think Curse Arm actually beats the statue just by a little bit. I think she beats the statue too, but it's all fairly close. All right, yeah, a lot of people like katanas, and that's fine, right? Like, some people really like katanas and think they look really cool. And it's like, I just like regular swords a lot more. Then I like axes way more than that, right? Because even regular swords are not really my favorite by any means, but I've just never really liked the way they look. It's the handle. That really is what it is. I don't like the handle too much. All right. Oh God, I know it's not gonna be. I just killed the wiki. Whoops. I can tell you right now though, Horse Bindo's first stage is absolutely not. It'd be quite low tier. I do not like it. The colors are a catastrophe. Like, I hate it. Like, I hate it. Like, this is so bad. Like, baby blue, gold, like, brown, different brown, more on the red side, slightly different red, and then, like, corrupt mold, and, like, you can see how it's, like, fading in. This looks like fucking mold. This sucks, dude. And then, like, this, like, almost, like off-white, getting a little pink. Jesus, this sucks. I hate it. I like the kind of centaur look. I like the beads, I guess. But this is trash. I hate the rib cage and the mold on the leg kind of look and all these just random colors. Baby blue's a hard color to work with, but this ain't it. Like black would have been a lot better. Like baby blue and gold I don't really like typically. Yeah, it's not good. Twirly stuff on the blades, whatever. I don't have really anything nice to say about that. Yeah, I don't like it. I would rate this very poorly. I mean, very poorly. Like, this would be, like, in here, bad. Like, I just don't like this at all. There's nothing about this is good. You know, centaurs are cool, and the four arms is cool, but that is not, every bit of fashion there is bad. Right? Every bit of fashion there is bad. But we are not going to go with stage 1. Because, yeah, fuck that. We even said at the beginning we wanted to give the characters, like, their best shot, generally. Now, this is better, but it's still not good, right? Like, why is this green, right? It's like a spider web thing going on. Like, what? Like, why? I don't get it. The blue is much better, but now the jewel, I hate the jewels now. With them being, like, burgundy or red, with all the blue and white, but then green, like this really dark, like mold green again. Like, just stop. Jesus Christ, dude. Are these turtle shells? I'm not really sure. It's like kind of like scale armor what they're going for. They kind of look like shields or something. But yeah, this ain't it. This just ain't it. I still don't like this at all. The green in the bottom and everything with the weird like spider web thing. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Okay, this is so much better because see now we're just going like fell energy demonic stuff underneath. You know, it's still kind of weird with the like weird spider web stuff, but it doesn't stand out nearly as much. And now we're just going full on with like this crazy energy stuff. It's much better. These jewels don't stand out as like bad contrast anymore. I just like the color green, so obviously seeing a lot of green like this. But like these colors just work so much better. Right, like black green is so much better than all that other chaotic color bullshit. I don't really like the wings though. They're kind of going with like a dead like skeleton demon look, right? It's kind of and it's okay, but the wings just don't really work for me. These swords look a lot better now, kind of like snake jewel eye. Yeah, this is like you could see this in like fucking World of Warcraft Legion or something, right? That's kind of the vibe going on here. And I like it. I mean, I like the all this green energy stuff. Goes to the dark colors, works much better. I think if you're gonna go with the kind of weird, corrupted, fucked up look, this works way better with all the like the glowing and stuff. The glowing is much better. The armor being black looks much better. It's just dark and then green highlight energy stuff. I like it. And there's just a lot less weird shit going on. But it would be a lot better with all this squiggly nonsense. Like that's still a negative. It's just less of a negative. And the wings I think could be better. The kind of bone wing look is doesn't quite work here, but it's still really good. Those colors are phenomenal. I love me some green and like the flamey stuff. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And it just looks less shite. Like it looks a bit more put together than the other ones. I think it makes it to A. I think it's cutting it a little bit because the bottom bit is still a little yikes. But I love all the green energy stuff. I mean, that's super cool. I would probably put it right there. It's very good. Like, because she's got a lot of green energy stuff too. And there's really no negatives here, right? She's got the awesome hat and the mask and all that kind of stuff. And the colors were all good. There wasn't really anything negative. his greenness trumps her greenness, though. Like, absolutely. She's got green energy stuff, too. He's a lot more. But her hat and mask and stuff are really awesome. So I think that wins out by a bit. It's very close, though. And if I was in the right mood, I'd probably go with him more. But yeah, he's badass, dude. I really, really like it. But not quite up there with the super big boys. All right. I don't think this is going to do well. Oh, right. All right, what do we got? This one's probably the best. Let's go one at a time here. I do kind of like the wacky colors. And these, they're like, you know, alternate versions of Earth and the different colors. That's actually really cool. This looks so bad. Like, what is this? It's like a monkey tail thing going on. It's just, what? And this sucks. I never like, and I've said this a million times, but I never like the like armored, or like, it's like you got your feet out, but then you've got like actual like boots or you know, bottom stuff, or, you know, whatever. It's different for different characters, but like you just randomly exposing your feet. I don't think it's a good look, right? It just looks strange to me. It just looks weird. It's like you're like, if you're gonna be on like the beach or whatever, you know, sure, but then what, you're not gonna have all this other stuff. It's a weird mishmash that I just don't like the look of it. And they do it a lot in Fate, apparently. It just doesn't look good to me. This doesn't look good to me. These knee pads look stupid, like because all this other stuff is missing. I just don't like how it's almost random. Like, there's no like pattern or anything. There's just random bits missing, right? I don't like that. I like the actual armor look more. The gray skin with like the paint here or whatever is pretty cool. The hair is decent. I don't like the horns here. They don't really work. They look like antenna. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this like tail thing or whatever. That's really strange. CGI on these are really bad, but the actual design of them is all right. And I do like I said, the planets. I think that's pretty cool. You know, it's like crazy space spoiled rich guy is kind of the vibe. But this whole bottom, just this knee thing, like these just being on the knee, but only part of it. I just think that looks weird. And I don't like these spikes coming out. I don't like the look of that. I do like the gold. The gold is fine. The gold blue up here too is fine. But yeah, it feels like it's trying to be fancy, but then there's so little there. I just don't like it. Yeah, I think he does have a tail thing. I think you can see it like right there, and I think it's just going down all the way. But yeah, it just looks weird. This stage looks weird. Still, I don't know. This is too much. Like, this is a little too much. I like this. I like this a lot. This is very nice. Don't like the hair. And I think the blue, this was there before, but that looks kind of weird now with this hair color. Still don't like the antenna. This didn't really help. I mean, I guess the skirt is better, but I don't know, man. Like, so now we're like, this is what I'm talking about. This is like the perfect example why I don't like the exposed feet thing. This is just like so much drip. You know, like if you have that much drip, you know, I want the gloves, I want the boots, I want the belt. You know, if you're gonna go there, right? It's, again, pick a lane. So it's so like drippy up here, and then it's so not down here. But then it's still drippy with like the, you know, really gold and, you know, all that kind of. It's just, I don't dig it. Weird mismatch of things. Still like the planets and all that. I hate the hair. I don't like this haircut. It's not working. I really don't like that haircut with this little half cape. And I think this whole thing would look way better if this was a full cape. I think that would balance out how skinny we are down here. Like, it's so skinny down here, and we got these little spikes coming out, and then like computer chips going on here or whatever. I'm not digging it. The colors are good. I do like the color, but this is just, I don't like it. I don't like the mix of like so fancy, but then so fancy with the colors, but then like so little being down there. It just doesn't work for me. Oh, right, he's got a costume, doesn't he? I gotta say, these colors hit you fast, though. That looks, I wish the CGI was better, but we're not here to rate the CGI. We're here to rate the design, the aesthetic, right? Obviously, like, that could be implemented better. But I forgot about this one, actually. Okay, you don't get to see the silver stuff. I wanted to see them, like, drawn better. I love this color, though, man, with the blue. Now, without context, you don't know what these are. They're just like jewels. It's kind of cool. It's not as cool as the planets, but they're still cool. Obviously, the green one's the best one. We actually have shoes now, which the shoes are in sync with the rest of the outfit, right? Like, we've had a few people that could do the, you know, no shoe route, but yeah, this would not be it. The one thing I don't like is this, the right here and right here. I don't like that at all. That's super out of place, I feel. This white red thing, stripe thing, I don't like that. I really don't like that. I like the tie, I like the jacket. I love these, dude. They look so much better like that. I mean, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is like your magic school teacher from some anime. He's here to teach the kids how to use their magic powers. That really is what this is. And that's good. I mean, I like it. The tail thing is still a little whack, but the colors make it a lot better, I think. Like with the blue and the blue and the blue. Like, I think that's a much better. Yeah, honestly, I still don't like these still. These are still kind of silly. And yeah, I really don't like this red-white stripe thing. If you just removed that, this would be much higher, but it's hard to unsee that. The white-black duality thing's not too bad. It's enough like chaotic stuff going on that I think it can pull that off. And seriously, these silver things with the blue on him and all that, this looks really good. I really like it. I think the boots would look better if they were black. Right? I think the jacket is enough blue to go with the other blue in here. Like the blue jacket and the blue tail, I think it's enough. I think the blue might... Because there's like this black, gray, and blue. That's not quite right. I'd go with like dark brown or black or something. I think that would look better. But it's fine. I mean, the blue is not terrible. So yeah, the costume definitely wins on that one. Oh, he's got another costume. I think it's just with glasses. The glasses are better. I actually love that they're silver with the blue. That looks great. And he already looks, I was already saying he looks like he's there to teach the kids how to use their anime powers. Right? He's the anime professor. And the glasses obviously work well with that kind of look. Everyone's obviously looks smarter when they have glasses. Everyone knows that. This one is best. That really is a big improvement. Not just the glasses. I just mean the overall outfit. This is a big improvement. If I use Gajuna, I hope I have this costume because, yeah, it's really good. I actually like it more than I thought. I never realized that there was a Gajuna stage that I liked. I don't know if we have that costume in here. Let me take a peek here. It might not. If not, it's no big deal. We can just put it in there later. Okay, we got that one. I don't think we have it. It's fine. We know that's the one we meant. Oh, it's in the first row? Oh, it's right here. You're okay. Go to iChat. There's so much like different colors and different picture types because there's like NPCs with white backgrounds and all that. And the stage like 4 style art is fancier and harder to notice. All right, so that's easy to not pick out. Okay, that gets... I mean, I like it quite a bit, I gotta say. I'm surprised at how much I liked that. Yeah, I think solid A tier. You know, I gotta... Hold on. Some of these don't feel right. Let's see here. Like, I love Robin Hood, but like the like extra bit, I'm not super crazy about. I think even Moriarty beats that. But the hood is awesome. Okay, that feels better. I think that's about right. Okay. It moved around a hell of a lot of stuff right there. You know, this is still really good drip, though. Okay, yeah, that's a bit better. I think that's a bit better. Yeah, obviously Can would know it, but we had other people that spotted it, like right away. All right. Who is up next? Oh boy. So here's the thing. I have always liked the colors on this one way better, but I dislike the veil thing and like the hair. Like I think the hair looks better when it's not so flowing and stuff. Although this still has the veil thing. Oh god, I'm never gonna unsee. Okay, yeah, no, that one doesn't. See, I like that where it doesn't have all this fucking hair drip. Like the cape coming from off the top of the head instead of the shoulders, right? I do not like that. But these colors aren't great. These colors really aren't great. The skulls are cool. Like, you know, you get the kind of creepy lady with the magic mirror and her flaming skulls that are flying. You know, if you don't have any context and you just see, that's cool, right? She's like some kind of like creepy enchanter lady that's got crazy fucking flaming skulls. That's pretty cool, but I don't like this thing. And these colors aren't good, man. Like this like seaweed green into like this orange red. I don't like that at all. And the third stage is much better, but then you just add in all this extra, like this is a little too much on the hair, and with the hair veil thing, I don't know, bonnet, whatever. I don't like that. I really don't like that. The black with the seaweed works much better. Black seaweed and gold. I don't. This is a little, the plate thing is a little too fancy for my taste. This is probably still the best, though. Even with the hair thing, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. And the colors are a bigger deal, right? The colors are a huge part of the overall look, and those colors suck. I don't like these sleeves, though. Was that in the other stage? I never liked these poofy sleeves. Yep, she's just poofy sleeves no matter what. I really don't dig that. Yeah, poofy sleeves pretty much always a negative. Okay, we got like a green jewel here. I never noticed that. That's cool looking. Wish it was more prominent, because that's a good look. Kind of weird, like sandals with they're kind of like rounded, but then they're trying to be heels or something. That's kind of weird. You don't really get a good look at them, but that's a little odd. And yeah, there's a little drape thing, and it's not even like connected all the way. It's kind of whatever. But the colors are good. I like the colors. I like the aesthetic with the crazy skulls. And whatnot, but it mostly is just the colors, right? Like, there's not a lot else going for it. We'll go with the actual third stage because the colors are completely different, so it's kind of noticeable. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy here. I'd say probably in here. It beats Ishtar because the whole ginormous bow thing is like so attention grabbing and it looks terrible. Where like the giant flaming skulls and all that's way cooler. That's not even close. I think she beats Kale too. I think right there. So nothing great. Not really, you know, just not what I'm like looking for in a design, but the colors are nice. So it's not like getting black. Oh, baby. There we go. The tin can himself. I, for one, like the tin can look. I like my armor. Now, there are a couple of things about this that are a little off. The colors are great. I fucking love this, like, army green with the, like, steel armor look. The, like, generators in the shoulders and the chest. That all looks great. But the pants are a little baggy. They're not too crazy, and they're not going into chicken legs. So that really helps, right? Because it's bulky, right? So if you're going to do this, like, bigger pants thing, that's the way to do it, right? And the colors make it not so bad to look at, but it's still kind of this poofy thing going on. But I love this. I love the helmet. Looks really mean. This is kind of like a modern, like, Steam Knight, right? That's kind of what this is going for. You can really see this in Arc Knights, right? The plugs are a little kind of like the back tendrils on Lancelot. No, not really crazy about that, but it's not as bad because you got the other tubes going throughout the armor, right? So you get that kind of like, it's a modern armor, right? It's almost like a, you know, exoskeleton or a Steam Knight, you know, that kind of thing. Pretty cool spear glaive thing, and it opens up and all that. That's cool. I love the generator things here, like the glowy bits. I think that's really cool. I love the colors. I love the helmet. I just love the bulky look. Again, though, these kind of poofy sleeves, I really wish they didn't do that. but at least it's going into a nice big thick gauntlet, so it offsets it to, and at least they're green. They are green. But yeah, the thick sleeves and pants here are not really my cup of tea. You kind of got like warehouse worker overhauls thing here. It's a little strange as well, but the colors work. I mean, it looks awesome, right? It's not perfect, but it looks awesome. I love the tin can look. You know, just the armor. I'm a big fan. With the armor with the generators, I just love that. I love that so much. If they were glowing green, that'd be fucking incredible. This is very traditional samurai look, which I don't mind the armor, but I don't like this right here. This blue, like, you know, cloth bit on top of the armor. I'm not digging it. I don't mind the crow look up here, but this like blue with the fancy embroidery, I don't like it. I think if you take out the embroidery, you take out the flower pattern here, I think it would look better. I think it's just kind of at odds with the armor. It's just not, you know, and sure, people have, you know, fancy armor and people like that sometimes, but I normally don't like the more like fancy stuff like that. Cool hair, right? You can pull off the ponytail look. That's hard for guys sometimes, so I think he does it really well. I think the kind of fiery look. I don't like the lack of gloves. Like, I really don't like that. It's not my cup of tea. You know, I don't like when you got all this like armor stuff. I don't like random hands sticking out. You got all this armor and stuff. You have random feet sticking out, right? I just don't like that look. And you know, I've mentioned that a few times, but it's no different here. They've got fucking sandals. Not really crazy about sandals. At least you don't have like red ties, so it's more earth color ties. With everything else being more earth colors, it's better. But yeah, it's typical Japanese weeb stuff. It's not terrible, but I don't love it. Now, this is still more traditional weeb stuff, but it's more like heavy armored samurai, which I like a lot more. We have the gloves now, which matches all the, you know, the heavy stuff. I like that a lot better. Still poofy stuff down here, though. I don't really like that. I do like the off-white, though, into the, like, blood red. That's pretty cool. I don't like the squiggly stuff right here, though. I don't like that. And up here, I don't like that. I don't like the helmet nearly as much as stage 1, and I don't like how the neck is exposed. It just looks kind of, like, cheap, almost because of that. But I like the kind of creepy look. I just like the heavy helmet. The shoulders look cool. You know, this is samurai armor done a lot better. I don't know about these spikes. I don't know, that's maybe a little much. But this is good. I mean, the spear looks super great, honestly. But I mean, this is awesome. If you're gonna do, you know, cool, edgy samurai guy, right? This is a very good look for it, and I do like it quite a bit. But stage 1 is 1000% my favorite. I super like it. You know, I love armor, and I think it's one of the better mixes of armor with like technological stuff, because they're not making it look medieval at all. It doesn't look even slightly medieval. It's like modern tech armor, right? Like completely. And then it's, you know, gray and green. I really like that. It's either top of A+ or kind of somewhere in here. Cause it's got a helmet. I think it might be Vlad. I think it is S. Yeah, I do think it makes it S. I really like it. It's fucking awesome. Now the exact placement's kind of tricky. Having to think about that. Does he beat Zeet? Zeet's got the lame sandals and all that, but that whole overall lightning aesthetic, like the marble god look, I think Zeus does win a little bit. It's very close though. I guess it's very close. Yeah, I really like. Oh my god, we keep winning. Okay, I gotta bring up my NPC tab here. I was just talking about if you gotta do the armored samurai look. All right, so we got like stage 1 here. Now, everyone knows being a cooled old man but still a Chad and still combat ready is awesome. I love that. I love that, you know, he's really old, but he's still super in shape and he's still ready to fight, gonna defend the family, right? This is like, you know, non-crazy Shimbata. Looks awesome. Love the beard. Love the beard. The hair is maybe a little much. Maybe dial that in like 20%. But I love, this is like, you know, really heavy samurai armor, and I like that so much more. And there's no like with Mori's got all those like weird details, which I don't like, you know, on his second stage. This doesn't have that. This is clean. I love it. I super love it. And the gloves look awesome. Really war ready. And this is I don't remember what these are called, but it's not quite a katana. A little fantasy, but I like this way better. This looks way better than the typical katana. I think this just looks, it's kind of like mixed with the machete or something. It just looks great. Really mean looking. Certainly not you know, more on the fantasy side, but I think it just looks so much better than regular katana. I like it way, way, way better. This guy was made by the Goblin Slayer artist, which is kind of crazy that they got a high-profile artist like that and they didn't put him in the fucking game. And this just looks even better. I love the cool grandpa look. I love the beard. Like, seriously, I love this guy. It's great. But this is Warface, man. I love this. Look how badass this is. Like, this like glowy, flamey stuff. Like, more. This is like kind of harkening back to real samurai, like mask helmets and stuff. And I love those. It matches the heavy armor super well, but you still got like some of the hair coming out and all. This is badass, dude. This heavy armor with like the hair, like I said, sticking out, and this crazy like fantasy weapon, and like the just clean samurai armor and these badass gauntlets and stuff. Like, this is super great. And then now we get to see, and look at this. See, you know what this doesn't need? This doesn't need sandals. Right? This doesn't need feet sticking out, right? I don't need all this like heavy armor stuff and then random feet. All right, no, we get more heavy armor stuff. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we rate high. I love this. I got all this crazy purple energy, flaming sword now, super great. I like how the glove is flaming as well. It's kind of like the sword is kind of affecting a bit of his armor. It's kind of why he's wearing the gauntlet to not burn himself or something. It's great. But then his face is exploding with energy, right? Like, it's so cool, man. I love this. I love this so much. And like the purple energy, you know, matches the purple on the armor. Oh my god, I love this design. This is peak weeb. I think do I have his battle sprite? Fuck, I don't think I do. I think I forgot to grab it. We don't really need it. I mean, you can see the design really cleanly here, and they implement it just fine in the game. Like they make the helmet look perfect and all that. Everything, the boots are there and all that. But yeah, like this is kind of why I mentioned like the exposed feet a lot. Is like I don't like when they got all this like stuff going on, and then it's just like they don't have the boots to back it up, right? Like, Jesus. But this is phenomenal. This is just the only thing I can think of that's slightly negative is these straps being red. I think those should be like brown or this gold or even the purple. That is pretty random that that's red. I'm not. It's not bad though. I mean, it looks fine with the black surrounding it. It's fine. But that is a bit random. Yeah, he has a sprite. Yeah, because you fight him as a boss. He's just not playable. Hold on, I can probably find it pretty easy. It's not hard to find. Yeah, I normally grab the sprites when we're talking about them. I think I just forgot with that one, unfortunately. Yeah, they should just have it on the wiki or something. Yeah, they do. Wrong wiki, though. Okay, this is a nice full body shot though. But yeah, you can still see like that red. It's a bit more orange here, which kind of matches like the orange here and the orange there. But he's got red right there and there. That's like the only thing I don't like. But it's such a minor thing, and like I just love like you got this like this mask, man. I love it. I love it so much, dude. I want it. Shimbata is like the top of my list of NPCs that I want in the game. And it just makes me mad because I don't like a lot of the weebs, but I love this one, and he's the one that doesn't get in. I want this playable so badly. I don't even know why he's not playable. He's a canonical servant. There's nothing weird about him at all. He's a completely normal canonical summonable servant. He can be a berserker or a saber. It's just awesome, dude. Fucking love it. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I just can't believe they got such a high-profile artist and they made this fucking badass design. And it's just so unique because we don't have a lot of like the more traditional looking, you know, heavy samurai armor look. Like, God, I want this so bad. It might even be my #1 pick. It's either that or like Zeus. I want it really, really bad. All right, this, my God, this might even be S+ tier. I can't even believe I'm saying that because, you know, it's Japanese stuff, which I don't normally like as much, but oh my God, dude, I love that design. That mask is just doing it so right. It's very close to Mordred. And like I said, I've thought about putting Mordred S+. She's right on that edge. Just right on that edge. But I think I love Mordred more as a character, but there's just nothing wrong here, right? Like, this is so good, where Mordred's, like, skirt armor is a little whack. You kind of need it to even out the big shoulder pads and all that, but they could have made, like, bulky pants. I think that might have looked better. So I don't know, though. Her helmet is just god tier. Let me go back and look at Mordred real quick. I mean, this is pretty damn amazing. I love the colors. I love the helmet. I just love the Juggernaut look. She's got one of my favorite weapons in the game. I think Clarent just looks so good. Okay, no, I think she does deserve S+. I just don't know where we put them. She doesn't beat Lancelot. She doesn't beat Lancelot or Izo. I've already thought about that. But I love this design. I love the red streaks. I love this like chest armor and the shoulder and this awesome helmet, and this sword is just so good. I like the red on the inside of the gloves. It all looks really good. Yeah, it's just the skirt is a little it kind of reminds me of Carmella with the cage dress, which, you know, that's not the best thing for it to remind me of, but it certainly looks a lot better. I'm gonna give it to Mordred for now, but it's tight. It's really tight, but like Shambada looks so good, man. But yeah, I think they do deserve S+, because they really are a cut above. Like, I love Antonio, but I think Shambada is cooler, and I think Shambada is cooler than all of these. Not by like a, you know, it's not a complete blowout or anything, but he's just so badass looking. So yeah, I think these deserve S+. All right. Oh, fuck, chat. I got something in real life I gotta do. God damn it, chat. I've already gone over a little bit. It's later than I thought. Shite! Okay, chat, we're gonna have to wrap up there. And we're gonna have to do the rest of the Berserkers next time, and then we'll combine it with like another extra class. I really apologize. Slightly shorter stream. I did not realize it was quite the time that it was. I have a real life thing I'm supposed to be already at right now. Whoops! I'll be back. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love you guys to death. I will see you guys soon. This tier list is great. Peace!